neon set.
That we're live.
Finished my neon set. I scooped the last 3 things just off the market after a couple crypto monkeys sold. I was like, fuck it, I got wax. I'll make some sellers happy.
Oh yeah, our snapshot's supposed to be 2 days from now.
It's coming up. I'm ready. I got my Cronenberg set in each of the rarities now. Here, I can jump into the same window. Oh wait, no. This. There we go. Oh right, and then I got to do the ID badge for our collection still.
It's crazy. Alien Worlds is still fucking by far the top transactions. It's also insane that like Farmers World is pushing about over 10 transactions a second for a game that Rug pulled over a year ago.
Yeah, like, that is so crazy.
What a weird fucking chain we're on. It's like bot farms are just like by far the best fucking transactions. Like there's like 150 transactions a second, and like 130 of those are bot farmers in Alien Worlds and Farmers World.
That's
so
fucking...
There's still 20 transactions a second is still a lot of transactions for real people, but it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I do make a lot of wax transactions, but nowhere near this amount.
NFT transactions are 169,000 in the last 24 hours.
Okay, that's quite a bit too.
Oh, that's cool. It has the carbons that offset each year. 210 tons of CO2 offset this year.
Ooh. Looks like I got airdropped some chummies thing from Senior Lupe today. Mint 202 and 240.
I thought I heard that there's a new guild that just made top 21. Black Illusion.
Oh, really?
X. I don't know them from Liquid Studio. I'm honestly not hip enough to like I don't have all 21 memorized. I wouldn't know if one of these went in and went out. I think EOS Detroit used to be in though, and Applica, so I think both these got bumped out. I think Liquid Studio and Black Illusion might be new.
Oh wow.
Also, they don't even have a location. Their location just says like 155 and 49. I don't know what that means.
They're like, we're on the blockchain. We're from the blockchain. What's up, Prince X Phoenix? Just hanging. Oh yeah, I was reading about these.
Sup. Gamer subs. Oh, I got those gamer subs and never used them. I was gonna do that on stream again.
Oh yeah.
I don't have those either, to be honest. Those were on the counter before our shit got.
Those
were loose on the counter before our stuff got painted, so I don't know where they are now.
Maybe the painters got.
Maybe Taco's the new one that I was thinking. That would make sense that Taco is the new guild. Where are they though? Are they?
Oh,
they are 21. There they are.
There you go.
And they're from Italy.
It is Taco. That's cool.
That's cool. I feel like Taco is a good people to
be tacos are great
too, as far as they're like actually a part of the wax community and building stuff for
exactly
wax.
Yeah, stuff that people use in taco swaps.
They've done more
like,
for wax
but not new.
than most of these other prods.
Yeah,
Pink does a lot for wax. As much shit as people talk about Atomic Hub, like wax would not even exist in the iteration that like Taco wouldn't exist without Pink. Like we all use the contract that they built, the Atomic Standard contract.
Yeah, it's hard to talk shit when like they're the ones building the NFT token standard on this blockchain.
Also, like their update to the whitelist is like, I don't think people can really complain about that anymore. It's like totally unbiased now. So like it might have taken them a very long time to fix that system, but they did. And I honestly think the solution was very fair. Like I think what they're doing right now where it's like, yeah, either you're KYC'd or you're not, and that's what the badge says. And they're like, you can KYC and then scam people. That's on the audience now. Like that's no longer on us.
Yeah.
What's going on, Random King and Autumn's Toys? Welcome.
I do appreciate it. team.
Or were we back last Friday? I can't remember if this is our first stream back. We were back last Friday.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, that's
This is
right. I
our
was doing it from the bedroom still.
We weren't really set up though. Like now it
We're
feels
back.
like we're back in the swing of being.
I got
normal.
access to my wallets again. Got my DeFi wallet open right now. The Wax DeFi wallet. I sent out the 100 Wax that I owed people from the stream like way too long ago.
Nice. I
So-
also sent out all the grubfish shit a bit ago.
I feel like we should do another one of those 100 Wax giveaways today. If we're gonna
Sure.
poke around Alcor. That's like a. That's a like reason to give it out. It's a sponsored giveaway by Alcor since we look at Alcor on Tuesdays.
Hope everybody had a good weekend. My weekend was pretty good. It's really just kind of like settling back into being in
Yeah,
the
same.
apartment. It's been nice though. Like sleeping in my own bed fucking rocks. Missed my
Yeah,
bidet.
and using my bidet instead of toilet paper again. Can't compete with that. You'd have to get a pretty high end hotel room to get a bidet. I feel like, although I'm sure there's like travel bidets.
Yeah, I thought almost all of the collections they chose for the rewards were good. There's one collection I don't like, but I already said it on stream when those collections won. I was like, yeah, there's one collection I don't like out of these, and y'all can deduce which one I don't think deserve the win. But
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
trying
Pixie
to
Gun was-
create less random beef on the internet in the wax space. Like, there's no reason for me to go shit on projects that have nothing to do with me. Like,
You're like, don't vote for them.
definitely was not Pixiegon, and it definitely was not Pixtology, and it definitely was not Taco.
Yeah. It is nice that they're like adjusting their format for that. It's definitely a little bit more like equal across the
I
board
mean,
that way.
I'll say I'm not happy with how they adjusted the format because, like,
Oh, nice.
literally 3 months ago, he said this is a way to support indie artists on Wax and like support smaller
Oh, okay.
creators. And now they're like giving money to like the biggest blockchain games on the like.
That's
I don't know,
true.
like the biggest games in the Pixtology and stuff. Like, but honestly, Taco I don't think needs the fucking like people that are like
Taco's a little
the
bit-
top selling brands on Wax don't need Wax's support as much as like small artists. Also, pay to earn stuff makes so much more money than artists. Like, the whole thing was supposed to be to like give back to artists and the artist community, and that's how they pitched it in the general channel. And then it was last month when they like gave it to Warsaken and stuff. I was just like, are you serious? Warsaken, like, they raised like millions of dollars. like why are they the
that's-
ones winning this shit? Which
It's not
it is what it
super-
is. So I preferred it better when it was like supporting smaller artists personally. But I'm also biased as fuck because I'm a smaller artist and I'm not running a gaming brand. So, you know, it's not in my. It's better for us if they support artists. So I'm biased for sure. But I also think artists
Yeah.
need more help than play to earn games. Like, play to earn games are easy to market compared to art projects. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I
That's
also,
true.
I don't know. It is what it is. It's kind of manipulating the market either way. So, like, I don't even know how. Like, it would be better if they just gave the wax to the creators. Like, why artificially pump the aftermarket? Like,
Yeah.
there's a bunch of things I think they could be doing better about this thing, but I
Yeah,
don't
doing
know.
a grant
It
would
is
be
still
cool.
nice to see, like, if games are gonna win, I want Taco to win it. Like, Taco does really good things for wax.
Yeah.
So I'm not sad Taco won. I'm just saying, like, in general, I'm disappointed that they're starting to give play to earn games the words instead of small like art collections.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, I had a
too.
long talk with them in their Telegram about how that could be potentially dangerous to the aftermarket for buyers, and they seem to not understand even one little bit. They're like, but numbers go up, floor goes up, price up is good. That's good for collectors. I'm like, no, collectors are now buying at the manipulated prices that you set that nobody else will buy at because it's an artificial demand, and nobody will like, the collectors will buy them, then they won't be able to sell them for the price they bought them for because you just spiked that market to a price that's not realistic. So, like, you're hurting collectors, you're helping flippers, and they seem to not understand that. I was like, collectors don't sell stuff, they hold them in their wallet and they collect them. The people that have all their shit listed are not really the hardcore collectors that are supporting the brand, and that's who you're helping the most. Like, you're pumping money into flippers' wallets basically, which is like, it is what it is. But like if I want you to reward my collectors, it's not by buying all the flipper stuff. Like, so I don't know. And then we got a big argument. Someone's like, you're like a fucking like dictator. You won't let your collectors sell your stuff. I'm like, no, that's not what I'm saying. Like, you can sell all of your Neon Space stuff. I don't care. I'm just saying, like, as someone who interacts with the people who collect our stuff, like, our biggest collectors don't have their entire collections listed. So they're not going to get their stuff bought at crazy prices when you sweep the floor because their shit's not listed. Like, I don't know. It's not that crazy of a fucking concept. And I bet the person who's arguing with me is someone that like doesn't actually collect artwork and just flip shit. Like, so it happens half the time when you have these arguments. People are like, it's like, oh, like I'll go check your wallet and you don't collect shit. So like you're not like, yes, this is good for you because you're a flipper. Like, and that's why you like this program.
Yeah, you're just waiting for one of the things that you have listed to get bought by this weird market manipulation shit.
I still think it's better than not helping.
It might also wax, just I guess, be like a problem down the line, legally speaking. Like it seems like a legal gray area of like insider trading or like legitimately manipulating a security.
I mean, they do that to their own projects too. Like, they swept the floor of blockchain brawler shit for giveaways, but that also spiked the price of their own aftermarket. So like, I don't know. At what point is that shit not okay?
Yeah.
Like that is more not okay, I'd say, than them sweeping the floor of projects that they don't actually benefit from financially. Like they don't own the projects they're buying from, so they don't actually benefit from like manipulating the floor, and they're not selling the stuff they're buying, so like they don't financially benefit from manipulating the floor price. If anything, it benefits like the it just benefits the people trying to sell the collection that gets manipulated. Like very clearly that's who it benefits, which is like sometimes that's collectors for the collection and sometimes it's not. So like saying it like benefits the collection and the collectors, I don't think is totally true all the time.
No, I don't think so either.
It benefits people trying to sell the collection. And there is an overlap between people trying to sell the collection and collectors. So some collectors do benefit, but I don't know. I don't understand why that's so hard to understand. Like I had to argue with people for like 3 hours in the Wax chat about that. It's just like, this isn't that crazy of a concept. Like people selling their stuff are no longer collecting it, so they're not the collectors. Like
yeah, that tracks for me. I don't know. I get it.
It's just the most basic logic ever, but like the fact that I had to have like a 3-hour conversation with people is, I spend my time doing the stupidest shit. I'd either just uninstall Telegram off my computer and I'd be a much more productive person. The amount of time I spend fighting with people about shit that like they're never going to change their mind, nor do they care. It's like huge waste of my time.
It is pretty wild what goes down on fucking Telegram, dude.
See, Alien World's pushing all these bot transactions. Ooh, Alcor just pushed 137 transactions. I bet that's arbitrage bots.
Let's go. Alcor's got some new shit cooking, yo. I'll touch on that shit in a minute. But we can now move Wax onto other blockchains. We can move Wax over to EOS.
Oh, that's cool.
Kind of dope. So that means you can source.
Once again, though, you're relying on the security of Alcor's bridge, I believe.
Yes, you are.
I don't actually trust Alcor even that much because I don't know who the fuck the creator is. I don't trust.
That's true. It would be a lot easier if those contracts were, somehow immutable.
I also trust the Wax's bridges, the Wax team's bridges, because I mean, as much as you don't like the Wax team, they're not going to scam us. I don't know Alcor's dev or like what his motivations are.
I guess,
and he seemingly just like has been not active at all in the like 3 years we've been in the space and just randomly shows up with a bunch of new shit. Like for all I know, he's just trying to get a bunch of liquidity in bridges and rug pull. Like I don't know. So enter at your own risk.
Yeah, you can definitely like research to an extent, but there is an anonymous aspect to,
my honest advice is use those bridges to profit off of arbitrage and use them to immediately trade, but don't fucking hold on to those bridged assets. Like if you want to bridge USDT from Wax to EOS to be able to cash out at an accurate price or like to do the arbitrage, do that, but then immediately cash into what you're trying to cash into on EOS. Don't hold on to the bridged assets. Like I don't think there's a reason to, personally, and I think that's where the risk is. Like the bridges are cool, use the bridges, but then just get the fuck out of the bridge asset as soon as possible. It's like, as somebody who lost a ton of money in a bridge incident, that is what I would suggest.
Yeah, that's definitely the safest, best practice. If you have like, the bridges are super cool, so now you can take your Wax, bridge it over to EOS, and then swap it for EOS directly. But like Lewis is saying, the risk would be holding the Wax on the EOS blockchain.
Also, why do you need Wax on EOS? Like, unless there's a reason to be holding it over there, it just seems like a bad idea. Like, why would you want to hold Wax on the native chain? Why would you bridge it over there just to hold it?
It pretty much to supply liquidity and I think yield farm, but yeah, that has the added layer of risk of now you're exposed to those tokens.
I mean, are there actual liquidity rewards for it though? Like,
No,
if there's
there's
not
not.
incentivized liquidity rewards, why the fuck are you moving wax over to your chain where it doesn't have the trade volume to provide like nothing about that makes sense. Sorry.
The trade volume, the trade volume's fucking great. Like I made yesterday it was 600% APR on the wax EOS pool.
I
But
still
it's
wouldn't
like,
touch it personally. But
I
if
set
other
like
people want to
really
fuck with
tight
bridged
liquidity.
assets, have fun.
Yeah, it's crazy, but yeah, I mean, you have to do it pretty actively if you're trying to. It's not like a passive stake your token or hold it here. It's like a, you know, set your ranges and try to have your money turn over like 2 times in one day. You know,
I also like Zuler, but like Zuler isn't the guy who runs it. It's just like I like Agent K, but Agent K doesn't decide if any of the projects he's modding for rug pull us. Like getting a trusted person to represent a brand that's being run by somebody who has not the same interests as that person, like, I don't know, still dangerous.
Yeah, it's definitely tricky. Yeah, should we dive into some of the wax stuff for the week here, since we've been
I'm just waiting
postponing on. Yeah, let me
share your screen.
Pull that up. Let me pull that up.
I don't know. I really don't trust bridge assets. I'd rather not fuck with bridge assets.
Yeah, it's nothing against the Alcor. It's more about bridged assets in general. Like holding a bridged asset is always, the entire time you're holding that asset, exposed to the risk of the bridge failing. So
I also just don't fucking know. Like, do you know the name of the? Like, I don't even know the name of the developer. Like, I know nothing about that guy. I'm not gonna fucking hold money that relies on him. Like, having security practices when I don't even know anything about him, and like, nor has he even tried to reach out to the community. Also, I'm pretty sure they're like Russian or Ukrainian, which does not have the best track record of rug pulling projects on Wax. In fact, like a lot of, I don't know. I feel like that's getting into like borderline xenophobic territory, but like, you know, history repeats itself. Hello, thank you for the raid. We are getting into Technical Tuesday Wax stuff. We're going to go over Waxed, DeFi, new changes to Alcor. We have 100 Wax investment that we move around every other week that we are now a week behind on that we will move around. And thanks for joining us, everybody. We are Neon Space.
Before we do anything with our, well, I guess we should take a look at what the market looks like and see how that is going to bias our decision making here for the week. So let's poke over at Ethereum and Bitcoin and just take a look at the crypto market for now. I'm going to Trading View. And 15-minute is not what I'm trying to look at. Let's see how the days are doing. Let's see, kind of looking to hopefully bounce here and get an SR flip and move up, but haven't gotten out of the woods just yet. On bounce volume, kind of flat. Let's zoom out a bit. We're still within like the top half of our little green to red range here, so this yellow to red kind of area. I'm curious how it looks from the weekly perspective since we're making moves on the weekly. I'm going to hide these lines. And so this is Ethereum. Let's look at Bitcoin, kind of the king of this asset class. It's starting to still kind of trend down and pull back from its initial run up here. I'm still looking, I guess, for it to retest this this kind of strength band down here. So in the next few weeks, that would be like same for both of these. So looking for it to maybe retest like 1750. It's at 19 right now. But it's starting to look bullish. It's definitely a lot less bearish than it has been in the past. So I've been kind of like singing the bear tune. I think the markets have been, moving down for a while. And they have been, but it is starting to turn a little bit more bullish lately. The last 2 months or so are starting to be in the green here. And we are starting to be getting close to being oversold again on the weekly. So with lots of room to move up still there on the RSI. I'm starting to feel like we could see like Wax take a price increase in the next coming days. So coming weeks here. So let's take a look at Wax to bias our Wax opinion. Wax, very oversold right now on the weekly chart. So it's probably looking to cool off on that. but it also has a lot of room down before it would bounce from here. On the weekly, that would be like under 3 cents, so still lots of room down, but looks like it wants to start moving up basically. But let's take a look at the daily chart too. Okay, here we go. So on the daily, it looks like we're still a little bit in this downtrend here, and looking to close a day, I guess, above like almost 6 cents here, above like 5.8 or so, 5.9. So if that happens, then I think we'll start to move up again. Right now, we're still kind of trending down, but you can see as we're trending down, on balance volume still seems to be climbing. So we are looking for like a bit of a breakout. You can see on balance volume came up with the market, and then as the market kind of cooled off, on balance volume really didn't. So that's kind of another bullish indication. Yeah, okay. So combining both of these charts that are showing like, so Bitcoin and Ethereum, we're above the strength bands. We're trying to bounce here. It's starting to look like it could be turning a little. This is the daily, by the way. Could be turning a little more bullish lately on the weekly. So here's the daily. The daily is still above there, but it's also approaching overbought. That's for Ethereum and Bitcoin. And then let's see, the on-balance volume is also a little less impressive than Wax. The on-balance volume is pretty much in line with the price movement here. It's definitely not making, we had made a higher high than these past peaks here lately. But it's about the same as it was over here. And you see, we did not reach that same level of on-balance volume again when we made this recent peak in Bitcoin. So that is a bearish kind of indication for the overall trend, meaning the last time the same amount of the same price was hit, there's a lot less money in the market, a lot less on balance volume. So what that usually means is that we're still pushing down. So I still feel like we have a little bit of pressure down still. We are retesting this band where we're closing below it. So I think, if Bitcoin gets rejected here and starts moving down in the next few days, we'll probably see it pull back down. And then, then it comes down to, is it going to bounce higher than it bounced here? Or is it going to, start closing lower? And if it does, we'll probably see it move down. But again, the weekly was starting to look bullish, but we're looking to retest, this green band here too. So still, I think in the shorter term, I'm still kind of thinking, let's hedge our position. Let's expect Wax to, have the ability to fall all the way down to 3 cents again, and still consider that, a positive side of that trend, since we could bounce. We're looking to bounce off of this strength band here. Which again, on the daily chart for Wax, we were still seeing, closing below in this downtrend, but on balance volume rising, and the RSI kind of like not overbought, not oversold, could go either way at the moment. The important zone for Wax to close right now is going to be 5.8. So I would say for this week, I'm going to say 5.8 is going to be my high target for Wax. I don't think it's going to go over 5.8. 5.85 maybe cents. And the low target would be the last time where we bottomed here with these fat candles, not with their wicks. So the bottom of our target range for this week, I would say, is like 5.3. So what was this one again? 5.8 and 5.3 is kind of the like trade range I would look for Wax. So now with all that shit in mind, let's move into our 100 Wax investment. I'm going to go first to Taco Swap, where we have our DeFi One wallet here. And
just to the new viewers, like 8 months ago or something, I don't know how long it goes, we started with the 100 Wax, and then we tried to turn the 100 Wax into more than 100 Wax through like DeFi opportunities on Wax. So a lot of people on Wax are only interested in gaming, and they're only interested in maybe NFT collecting and artwork. But there are lots of opportunities to do more crypto stuff on Wax, so we kind of try to educate people about that. And this is kind of an experiment for fun. This is not financial advice, but we're trying to turn Wax into more Wax, which also, we always say, like, understanding your goal is important. Our goal is not to turn Wax into more US dollars. So we're not trying to make the US dollar amount go up. We're just trying to make the Wax amount go up. So bear that in mind if you're going to try to copy what Max is doing.
Yeah. So what we have as part of that plan to try to grow our wax balance is a liquidity position in this taco farm on the meal tab here on taco. You can see wax and wombat liquidity is offering 102.7% APR paid in wombat tokens. These rewards get paid out daily. I think it's like 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then if you come up here to your account and rewards, your rewards will accumulate here. So I haven't claimed these in almost 2 weeks now since we were away from the wallet and not able to do this. So this is all the rewards I earned for having the liquidity for the last couple weeks. So I'm going to start by claiming these. And this will just send it straight to my wallet.
Princess Phoenix says, I wanted to learn impermanent loss and all last year before Taco Swap released, and Max is the best.
Yeah,
best in the business of teaching about impermanent loss.
Is a tricky concept still. Most people, I think, will experience it and then not necessarily mitigate it well enough and tend to lose money yield farming.
It's also, I just feel like there's a misconception that parking your liquidity in liquidity pools equals profit, equals you will earn. It's that's not how that works.
Yeah, there's a big dynamic of the price. So what I really like to think about is if you're trading and you're acting like you're supplying liquidity, what you're doing is market making. So when you're market making, you're doing what the market tells you to do. You're not trying to do whatever you want and to hell with what the market's doing. So you got to be paying attention to what the market is changing and how the picture is evolving to act on what you're doing. So it's really not a passive thing. Although you can very easily come here, add liquidity to that pool, and then think okay, I'm going to earn my 107%, and then it's easy to project the math based on the current value of stuff. But the thing is that the current value of stuff is constantly changing as the market evolves. So that's the part that complicates the math behind it all. But yeah, so here I just claimed the rewards from the Wax Wombat pool. We also still have our liquidity in this pool. So this is 69. So it's kind of going up on the Wax side. So that means Wombat's been climbing in price in terms of Wax. So let's see how that looks on the chart really quick while I check Paul's message here.
I saw TD was posting something about talking about Wax on Edge mixed with Taco and Alcor. I'm not exactly sure what that was. He's calling it Talcor on Edge. I'm not sure what that was for, though. I'm not sure if there's some sort of collaboration between, or if those are just the different things he's promoting.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So let's see. The last 2 weeks we were in this pool. I think we're a little bit lower. And yeah, it looks like Wombat token is climbing 25%.
Okay, so it's a Bounty Blocks cross promo. That's what it is. Unity in the community. I do think that's better than, Taco Swap and Alcor fighting each other. Work together, make Wax a better place.
What are they building together?
They're just promoting all three projects through a bounty block campaign. That's what the Talcor on Edge is. It's just a giveaway that's promoting Alcor, Taco Swap, and Wax on Edge.
Nice. All right, that's pretty dope. But yeah, it looks like our Wax Wombat liquidity pool position has been doing quite well. As far as earning us more wax, because as this price of wax goes up, we are selling our Wombat side of this pool and buying more wax. So we're almost at 70 wax now. That's a cumulative value of 140 wax in this pool. So we're not doing too bad, having started with just 100 wax less than a year ago. The second half of this investment, so actually we also have our Wombat token. Since it's been climbing so aggressively, I'm going to sell the Wombat token into wax. It's up 25% in the last 30 days in terms of wax, like we saw on the chart a second ago here. For the last 30 days, it's up quite a bit. I don't want to make the mistake and just throw more at it. So I'm going to claim these rewards. So there you go. From 2 weeks, I'm making 5 wax off of what is about 140. Pretty good. It's 100% APR. It's 100% APR. Look at that. 1 second. I got to text Paul. And I got to send this message.
Typing some stuff.
Okay, there we go. So now we've made 5.6 wax. I don't want to jump and throw it all back into the wombat pool right now. Like I said, it's been growing pretty well. Our goal is to make more wax. We have been doing that, and most of the position in this wallet is actually already committed to this pool. I don't need to throw more at it. Let's look at our other positions. Now, I'm going to jump over to Alcor. On Alcor, we did a couple things in the V3 liquidity last or 2 weeks ago. So we did cancel out of our wax honey pool on over on Taco Swap because the rewards were ending, and what we did was we used the wax to mess with some other liquidity positions, and then we took the honey side, and here I'll click on our position, and you see we set a targeted liquidity position. Let me zoom in on the actual price. So this white line here represents the current spot price. If I'm going to toggle up here from wax to honey so we can actually see what the price is in terms of wax, because that's kind of how I understand best the value of these tokens. So right now honey is trading for 2.04 wax per honey. We had closed out of our liquidity pool position, kept the wax side and used it for other things, and then just used this honey, which we wanted to sell starting at 2.2 and then ending at 2.3 wax, which it looks like that price range was hit at one point. So we did sell some of it, and then we bought it all back on the way down. Now it's all back into honey, so we still have all of our honey from that liquidity pool, but we've also earned a couple rewards here. I don't know, it's not like a crazy amount, so I'm not gonna like claim it right now. But what I might do here is adjust this position so that we can actually have a hope of selling some of this wax or this honey and participating in the liquidity yield earning, because that's the goal here. Having it sit like this out of range is not going to affect the price of it at all. It's not going to change up or down. It's just going to be unexposed until the price comes back into range. I want this to be used to earn us more fees. So the way I can reset the range is by removing it. I have to remove this position entirely and create a new one. You can't just adjust your range from an existing position. So I've removed that. Now, before I do anything else, I'm going to look at the rest of my stuff to see what else is out of range. You can see here in the range list, I can see these 2 liquidity pools are still in range. And damn, we have a lot of wax for only starting with 100. So we have 140 on Taco, and then there's just another 60 here and another 22 here. Plus a couple dollars.
2xing the wax.
Yeah. What's up, people? We're doing.
I think wax is worth less than half of what we started, though. Like sitting on USDT would have been a better move, probably.
I don't know. We started with $10, and this is 4, 5, 6, 7, something, 8 almost, and then we have the other 140 wax. That's probably more than 10. Let's see, 140 wax into dollars. We'll do 135 just to be like safe. And it's thinking.
Alcor's thinking.
$7, yeah.
And that, folks, is how you have impermanent loss.
We're up $15.
In US dollars value.
In US dollars we are up $5, I think.
I thought you said we started with $10.
This is we started with $10. This is what we have on Taco Swap right now, because we have like here 69 times 2. So I'm just instead of doing 140, I'm doing 135. So then we have $7 worth of that here, and then plus we have these pools, which are worth is $4. So we're up this is $2. We're up like $5. That's 50% in less than a year. That's still pretty fucking solid. But yeah, nice. We're doing well. So the next thing we're going to do is look at which ones are still in range. This one's out of range. We're not making any profits by sitting here out of range, so we're going to adjust that as well. I'm going to zoom in again and take a look at what's going on with this pool. This one's really deep. So yeah, we're pretty far out of range right now, it looks like. What I want to do here is we've
I think
sold all of
Wombat
our
just
wild
announced
items.
like a new season. I don't know if that affects the price at all.
Oh, I'm not sure either.
I'm in a Wombat
Um,
chat, and I just saw I had 20 messages today that I didn't really read. Something about an update
uh,
is coming with a fantastic new that lets your sidekicks generate extra mining power.
oh, do you have a sidekick?
No, those are fucking way too expensive. Remember they asked us to make one and then they sold them for like $100 each. And it was just like, yeah, that seems like not a
Uh,
good value for people in our community to be buying.
yeah,
It's
that's
like
right. I
hard
remember
pass
that.
on that. No thanks. Hard pass on even like asking people to buy that with our name on it because like they're using our customers to buy that or our
Yeah,
community as trying to turn them into their customers.
yeah. I mean, I like Wombat, but I can't justify spending that amount on like that kind of a gaming thing.
It's a fucking click
Person,
farm. Like, you
yeah,
want me to spend $100 to boost my click farming stats? Like, no, thank you.
yeah. I kind of am. I'm on board with that. These two are
I'll
still in range, so I'm going to leave these alone. By the way.
I don't think that actually changes the distribution of Wombat at all, though. What it does is, like, whoever has a sidekick will now earn more Wombat because you earn Wombat based on your mining power, but, like, the pool of Wombat being given out isn't different, so it'll just change, like, who's getting more of it.
Oh. Yeah, I think there is a way to earn Wombat like from the click farm side of the game
Yeah,
now
it's the
too.
power. Like, if you get enough power in your
Yeah.
daily mines, you earn Wombat token just, like, with your power points every day. But, like, my tools are not good. Like, I don't have enough cards. I can't. It's basically, like, unless I want to do 5-minute runs all day every day, I'm not going to earn enough. If I do hour-long runs, I can't get the Wombat. So for me, it's
Yeah.
not very good incentive. I don't really play
Yeah.
Wombat that much anymore. I was doing it for a while just because I'm in an alliance, so I could help the alliance out. But like, I don't know, I get burned out so fast on click farm games now.
I play with the token liquidity pools more than I do with the game, honestly. Like
Oh,
I
there's
really
Autumn's
like
Toys.
I like this
Yeah,
kind of
that's
thing.
one of my Wombat homies.
Nice. You have a
Rexinator's
guild.
asking how do we get more transaction in Wombat? I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that. Are you asking how do you get more points?
Oh. It's
Or
like
is
it's
this
like
like a
with your
question about the
wallet.
token?
If you're using your Wombat wallet, you mean, and like you're out of transactions. You,
Thank you for the raid, NFT Gamer TV. We are right now going over our 100 wax investment. We are going over wax DeFi stuff. Thanks for joining us. We're Neon Space,
hey,
and we are more like specifically trying to figure out something about how do you get more transaction in Wombat. Why would you want more transactions in Wombat wallet, Max? Is there like a giveaway for that?
oh no, there's a like I
Oh,
think a
he's running out of
Wombat wallet
CPU. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, yeah, you get 100 free transactions that Wombat covers for you, but then after that, you do need your own
Total or in a
CPUs.
day?
I think it refills. I'm not 100% sure though. I just staked to my wallet once I made it, but I could do that for you here with the DeFi wallet on stream. We have 8 wax. I could stake like 5 of this to you,
He
and then
says
we'll
it's a
use that
20
to.
transaction fee. So yeah, that just means you need CPU, right?
Okay, what's the name of your wallet? I can show you how it's done while doing it live. So what I did here first is I'm on my wallet on Alcor. I just clicked the number here, which pulls up the Block Explorer blocks.io. And then
How's
I'm
it
gonna
going?
go
Pop and Stalk, a resident Funko
and I'm gonna
expert.
yo, what up? I'm gonna go over here on the wallet tab and I'm gonna say buy and sell. Nope, I'm gonna say stick.
We didn't miss Adventure Time, did we? I'd be kind of sad if we missed the Adventure Time drop. I think that's next week, right?
I think it is, yeah, because Batman
Yeah, it's the
was
6th.
last week. Yeah. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sign into the wallet here. So I'm going to say add account up on the top right drop down. I'm going to use Anchor and I'm going to sign into my DeFi wallet here, the one that we
I'm just
just.
going to catch up with the chat really quick. The chat is suggesting that you rent CPU for Wombat. I personally don't recommend renting CPU because it's like you're just burning those tokens and you could stake those tokens to have long-term CPU. So I'm a big fan of staking to my CPU, not like I don't know. It seems like a waste of wax if you're just going to rent CPU every time you need to do a transaction. Like, just buy some wax and then stake it.
Yeah, you can rent it for a decent amount of time, but like after a while, there is like it depends on how long you're going to use your wallet because you know you can
Thank you
stake
for
to
the
it.
gifted subs, TD. We appreciate it.
Yay! So check it out. I've logged into my wallet here, our DeFi wallet, on Alcor, and I'm going to click on wallet. I'm going to say stake CPU, and now what is the name of your wallet on Wombat, the one that has no CPU that you've run out of transactions on?
Rexinator, if you wouldn't mind dropping your wax wallet in the chat, Max is going to do some identification, and he might stake some to your wallet. And cheers. You are too kind, T. Davis. Thank you so much. It's getting hype here.
Yes, I'll show you because I'm going to use the rewards that we earn from Wombat liquidity pool farming over on
Rexinator123 is his wallet. Easy enough. Which is REXY. I'll spell it for you when you're ready.
Okay, here, let me spell it. REXY.
NATOR123.
NATOR.
Cheers on cheers.
Yo,
Thank you so much. It's getting hype in here. I feel like I don't have the energy that TD's bringing to this chat.
Right. You gotta get those gamer subs. Sup.
I guess while we're real hype, just real quick, if anybody collects Neon Space NFT stuff, the snapshot for our set bonus for the Blockchain Boulevard drop is going to be on Thursday. So you have 2 days to finish your sets if you'd like to finish sets. If you collect all 12 NFTs in one rarity, you get a 13th bonus NFT drop to you in that rarity. And we have 4 rarities in the pack. So if you're interested in collecting artwork on Wax, we do that as well as teach people about DeFi stuff and play games. And we're not very good at promoting ourselves, so I figured while we have some eyeballs on us, like, hey, by the way, we're all artists. We make artwork, and you can collect it on Wax if you'd like. But
sets.
If you want to go back to
space.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
And then we go Blockchain Boulevard, and I'm going to show this off. Check it out. I got 3 sets of the dim. I got 1 lit. I feel like I'm missing very few to complete a second one.
Me too. I might go for another lit set. No glow set. Oh, you have one.
You got a glow set.
How did you get a neon set, not a glow set?
Boom.
I think these neon sets are going to be rare as fuck. Like, I couldn't get a neon set. It was super hard.
Yeah. I just scooped the last 3 of these, I think. I bought the last 3 of these yesterday. Also the glow one I was wondering.
You should show rock, paper, diamond. I don't know if your volume's going to work now.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Probably won't, actually, unless you have it set up. No, it's not working. Never mind. Well, they have music, though, if people like music.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to the tech talk. Enough commercial for Neon Space. If you all want to learn more about Neon Space, feel free to join our Discord. I'm happy to walk people through how to get our sets and stuff. They're also pretty reasonably priced. Like, if you want a dim set, like a dim set will probably cost you a few dollars, right now. It's like, it's not that expensive.
That's true. Yeah, dims aren't that crazy. So what's the rest? Did I get this wallet
123 Rexinator 123.
Okay. Rexinator 123, and then I'm going to stake from here. So this is all the Wombat tokens. I just swapped these into Wax. So I earned these, from 2 weeks of just like providing liquidity, and now for the rest of forever, or for the rest of as long as these are staked, I'm going to do like.
Did you check what his CPU is at? Like, did you type the wallet into? Like, I kind of wanted to see that.
Oh, I have not. Let's see.
Go to the tab next to it. You have it open already. Just type it in there.
Yeah, here we go. Rexinator 123.
See, it says he has 0%. I wonder if 3 wax just isn't enough to do a transaction.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It used to be plenty.
Or I wonder if it's because his net is 100%. That could be it too.
That could
if
be
your net's
at
100%, you might not be able to do anything.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see here, Rexinator 123. I'll add 5 wax of the 8 that we just got as a reward. And I'll add 1 wax to your net since you have no net. And then I'll just sign this transaction. You can do this from any wallet to any other wallet or from your own wallet to your own wallet. So now success. Now when I jump back over here and look at your wallet now, the resources should update. And now you have net and CPU, and you should be able to make transactions again. And you don't need to rent this. This is a renewable resource now. And then later on, if you're like,
I would say though, if you're playing play to earn games, like you should try to take. Well, no, like that's my advice is take some of those profits or whatever. Like if you're selling your TLM, trade it into Wax, and instead of just cashing everything out, stake a little bit to your account. It's going to make it way easier to do the rest of the stuff on Wax. So, like if you are playing play to earn games and you're earning stuff, like it's worth putting a little bit of those earnings back into staked Wax. One, because it makes your account work better, and two, you actually earn for that. If you vote consistently, you get Wax back for it, and like it's kind of nice just having like a piggy bank of Wax. So then, if you do want to sell Wax eventually, you have some just sitting there. So I definitely recommend trying to pull a bit up and like having some staked to your account, because also Max might unstake that at some point and then your account's broken again. So like we can't guarantee Max is going to leave that staked. Like 2 weeks from now, he might decide he wants to use that in this segment where we're using Wax to earn more Wax. So I'm just letting you know that you might want to try to do that yourself at some point.
That's true. So here's my wallet now. You can see the DeFi account I just used. So now I can see I have 5 CPU staked from this account. And that is, if I click down here, it's staked. Oh, weird. It's like doing a weird thing. But it shows me it's staked to you. And then I can just unstake this from my wallet again. And then,
yes, it does have an unstaking period. It's like 72 hours, right?
Yeah, it's 3 days basically. On average, it's based on the amount of blocks.
So don't put Wax in there that you need to sell in the next 3 days. That is true. And
plan ahead if you want to like cash out. Just give it a 3-day like unstake. It's not too bad, honestly. 3 days.
I mean, it matters if you're trying to like swing trade it. Like if you're trying to catch a Wax spike, 3 days is too long. Like Wax doesn't stay spiked for that long. Like that one time Wax went to 90 cents. It was not 90 cents for 3 days. It was like. You can actually see that. Like I bet you can literally check. Like when Wax spikes, I bet you can see accounts unstaking. Like I don't know where you can check that, but I bet like every time Wax spikes, you'll see a ton of accounts unstake, and then 3 days later the price dumps more.
I think that's why like having a money market protocol would be so cool, because if I could just take my USDT and just borrow a bunch of Wax while it's super expensive and sell it, and then I can just unstake it, and 3 days later use the unstaked Wax to pay off my loan from the borrowed Wax. Like that would be ideal.
I still think it's a good idea to stake Wax to your account. Like I don't know. I have so much. Like I have thousands of Wax staked to multiple accounts. Like if you're using this chain a lot, it's totally worth it.
Here's my Max collected wallet. I have an ass load of Wax staked here.
30,000.
Yeah. Like I think it also earns. This is like 50 Wax a day just in passive like Wax income. It's pretty decent. Maybe it's like 30 Wax a day, but it adds up. Like
somewhere around like 4%, I think.
Yeah, it was last time I did the math for mine, and since I kept my vote weight at 100, I was making like 5.7% or something. It was more than 5.
That's not what this like. It's supposed to be 4.5%, and then it's supposed to go down because the Genesis rewards ended. But I don't know like why it's higher than that. Like I don't know why, but
it was between like the last 2 times that I claimed. So like the scope of my math here was I'm projecting for a whole year from like a week of performance.
It still was never supposed to be 5.5 though. Like
it was a pretty
like
it
literally says 4.5 like in the documentation. So like that's why I don't understand where those numbers differ. But
right, let's see if oh yeah, and then you can come up here and say claim. You can do this from your cloud wallet too, by the way. If you've staked,
Stock says 6.2% according to his calculations not long ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got more than 5, so I'm glad that I wasn't crazy there. Thanks for chiming in. But yeah, I definitely did the math, and I was like, yeah, I'm making a good amount. So like I said, it adds up too. So then like I can have this stake that I earned over like time playing games, and then eventually the stake earns me more Wax to buy more game stuff if I want, or to maybe add to my stake or whatever. Either way, not bad. And then here is this claim section. If you have rewards to claim, there'll be a claim button here, and you can claim them.
That's also, I mean, total side note, this is how you vote for the OIG. So if you're interested in like Wax governance and who's controlling Wax, this is also how you vote. Your staked Wax is your vote power. So when like the OIG elections come up, if you have more Wax staked, you'll have more of an influence on who gets elected, which if we're being real, none of us, like even Max with 30,000 has no fucking influence. Like the people of influence have like millions of Wax and hundreds of thousands of Wax, and really the entire community could band together and still probably lose to the blockchain producers. So like we don't really have a say, and even though it's like painted as decentralized, it's moderately centralized in the fact that like all of the top in order to be a top 21 blockchain producer, you have to have the most wax staked to your thing. So the blockchain producers all have a shit ton of wax they're voting for themselves on, and they can use that wax to then vote for the OIGs, and the OIGs judge the blockchain producers. So really, like the blockchain producers choose the OIG because they have more wax than the entire community combined, for the most part.
Yeah.
But technically speaking, we could buy more wax than them and overpower them if we cared.
Yeah, this is also interesting to note. And on that same topic, if I were to vote with this wallet, even though it has 30,000 wax in it, this would be my voting strength because your
wax stake to other accounts do not count for the voting power.
Yeah. So I have 7K wax stake to airdrop.neon. That just doesn't count for my vote power for the OIG. This still earns me the yield from like just staking reward, but you don't get voting rights for the like shared.
This is also a little
a bunch of people.
Even more so than the OIG, I would say that you have zero influence over who the BPs are. The BPs are voted for by WAA accounts, and like the top 21 is voted for like automatically based on who the OIGs choose. And those WAA accounts 100% choose all top 21, and like all of the community combined can't overpower the amount of wax those accounts have. So really, you don't have, like, realistically speaking, you do not have like any influence over who's chosen as a blockchain producer. Yeah, although like technically, yes, if you bought all of the wax in the world, you could decide, but like realistically speaking, you don't actually have any influence.
Yeah. All right. Well, on that note though, so we've staked some wax in this wallet now, so that there's a 5 or 6 wax that we've staked. We'll have to keep that in mind in the future when we do the math of how we've done with this.
Chris has a question here. He says, "Why does mine say next voter reward is 1,000 or 1,806,431 wax?" And then somebody else said that's all the staked wax, I believe. And then he said, "I thought on Max's screen it said 14." So.
Yeah, on mine it says 11 right now. 11.0504. This is always. I have no idea what the fuck's up with this. Like. This interval is always crazy to me. Sometimes mine has also shown me like hundreds of thousands of wax, and then I claim it. And even right now where it says 11, I imagine if I claim this, it would be like 30 something. Like, I don't think this has ever been right. So I have no idea what the hell this is. I'd have to like look into that. I have no idea. Sorry. I've also seen it like in inconsistencies in that though on my wallet. So I have no idea how to explain them. That's just blocks being weird, I guess. Maybe we could see on a different explorer, like what is it, wax? No, okay. I'll just say I don't know for now. That way I can get back to my Alcor position here really quick. But yeah, I don't know. Claim it and let me know if you get 11 million. That'd be great. Share the wealth with us. Yeah. Scoop yourself a neon set. Okay, so let me finish what we're doing here. So right now I'm going to go over to the wallet tab really quick and see what I have left. So the honey that we've pulled out of our liquidity pool is now back in the wallet. So is the wax that we pulled out of the pool that was from the wax wombat pool on Alcor. I think I'm remembering now what that pool was. We had claimed our wombat rewards, and then we created a liquidity pool on Alcor that was higher than the current wax wombat price. And so as the price climbed over the last couple of weeks, like 20%, that pool, filled its position. It was basically like a limit order. So that's where we got this wax from. And then we got a few other tokens here that came from staking.
Quadrell says 5% of 30K is 4 wax a day. Tell me your secrets and how you get the 30K.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know how much it was. I guess, what it is probably I'm like claiming it every other day or something, or like with too much time passing in between and then overestimating. But let me see. You can find like a claim transaction.
The 30 wax a day.
Yeah, I don't know. It makes a pretty good amount of wax, but I guess
that'd be
maybe, you're right.
I don't think that's accurate though, because if it's 4 wax a day and you're saying 30, that's almost like that'd have to be like a 40% API.
It wasn't that much. I think you might be right. I think you're right. Yeah, good call there.
The percentage does not go higher the more you've staked, or at least it shouldn't.
No,
not according to.
No.
I also don't know why people are getting above 4.5% though. So clearly, like everything in the written in the documentation is not accurate.
Okay, it's actually been a while since I claimed this.
30 a day, you'd get 10,000 a year. That doesn't make sense if you have 30,000 stakes. That's
No,
like,
you're right. Here's the last time I claimed it. I got 53. Let me see if I can like filter out only wallets that have. Oh, not time. Contract name.
I think
POS
you're
stuff.
right, Quadrille. Max's numbers don't make sense.
No, I think you're right. I think I overestimated by like a crazy amount. These filters suck.
I'm surprised Block still works. Like Wax stopped paying for them to update Block, so like at some point this website's just not going to work at all for Wax probably. Which is why they made Wax Block. They're like, we're tired of blocks gouging us, saying we're going to take down your blockchain explorer if you don't pay us X amount. So they're like, we'll just make our own blockchain explorer and tell you to go kick rocks. Which I don't know. I actually kind of appreciate that. Like Wax isn't just like giving in to people that are like trying to gouge them and shit. They're like, we'll just make our own.
Oh, okay, yeah. Look, I did that math. I was like, I thought that was like a couple days apart. So I claimed on May 20th, and then I claimed again 8 days later, and it was 53 wax in 8 days. So yeah, I was way off. I was almost like I 8x'd my projection there. But it's still, you know, that's like 53
divided by
wax
8
a week.
is 6.6 wax a day.
It's not bad for my 30,000 stake there. And then I guess before that,
6 wax a day also like. The other thing you have to say is like 6 wax a day at the current value, but imagine if wax goes back to 50 cents again and you didn't sell that wax, then you were making like $3 a day the entire time.
Yeah, so here, like I claimed May 3rd, and then again I claimed on the 20th. So 17 days later, I claimed 91 wax. So I don't
91
know.
divided by 17 is... I clicked the wrong button. Divided by 1, that was a stupid math equation. That is 5.35.
Yeah, so it does fluctuate. I don't know why. Like I said, I'll project out like what it is for the whole APY. So maybe over the whole year it will just be like 4.5%. But like
I also agree with this. Quadrille says it's still great. I have the wax stake to CPU2. It's less stress than LPs for me. And that is the major benefit of like staking it rather than doing an LP position, is there is no impermanent loss as far as you have no chance of losing your wax value. Wax can lose US dollars value, so you can still lose money staking wax, like fiat value, but like you will not lose your wax. You will always have more wax than you started with. Whether or not that wax is worth more than when you put it in is up to the free market to decide, but you will not lose your wax if you stake it.
Yeah. So now, if just to kind of, I guess, loop back on what we did, if you did like come here and you used your wallet to stake CPU and see net to either your own wallet or someone else's, like I just did, you're not going to immediately start earning those yields that we're talking about. If you want to earn those, you'd have to then come up here to the vote tab, and then you'd have to choose. I think
this is
at
actually
least
a good transition. Monoswerde said, since you're talking about voting, maybe a quick touch point on the quantity of blocks you just voted on and the option of using a proxy.
Yes.
And that's what we're doing right now. You have to vote for at least, what is it, 16? At least I think it's
16. Yeah, I think it's something like that. I would just vote for the top 20, whatever, 24 or something. Like if you don't know what to do, that's a relatively safe bet. So you could just come through here, check all these boxes like this.
But the other thing that Monoswerte was mentioning is a proxy. Instead of selecting 21 yourself, you can select a proxy where they select them for you. So you can choose someone that's like more knowledgeable than you, and you can just use them as a proxy, and they'll basically vote for you. But something you need to understand about the proxy is some people say, oh, because I am not voting and they're voting for me, I can just set and forget and then leave. That is not how it works. You need to update the proxy vote once a week, just like your votes, or you will lose strength. And Max didn't cover that, but you also need to continuously vote. You can't just vote once. Your strength goes down over time. So like you'll have 80% strength after a couple of weeks. That means you're earning 80% of the rewards. You have to keep voting back up. Like vote consistently to stay at 100% or like 90 plus. That also would probably be why you're earning more than 4.5%. It's probably 4.5% if everybody's at 100%, but maybe a bunch of people are at like 60% and you're at 100%, so you're earning a higher APY. That would be
Yeah,
with
because I
doing
vote,
no
I
fucking
vote
actual
like every week.
calculations or checking on the blockchain. That would be my random guess.
That's kind of what I figured too. So now that I have a stake here and I haven't done any voting yet, so I've chosen now on this list. If I want to do it manually, I checked all those. But like Lewis said, you can delegate this process to someone else, and that's just up here on this proxies tab. So then, of course, that's denied for some reason. So there is, I guess you can do this directly inside of like Anchor Wallet too.
I have a suggestion too. I think Alcy2 makes a fantastic proxy, and if I were going to choose a proxy and you didn't know
Yeah.
who to vote for, I would. Let me see if I can find the wallet for
Okay,
you
here we
guys.
go. I got past. I just had to refresh. I don't know what that weird access denied thing was.
It's
So this is
xha4.wam.
so we're looking for her wallet here. So that's on this tab, and then Lewis says XH.
SXAH4.
Here it is. Lucky the Turkey. So then you can check proxy for Lucky the Turkey. It adds this here, and then you'd say proxy here. So I'm going to say yep, and then this time I'm going to use a proxy for this wallet. On my personal wallets, I usually choose this stuff myself, but just to show it off, now that I've signed that transaction, I can come back over here to wallet, and then where is that? Over here under claim tokens, you'll start to see, I guess it takes a second because those transactions we just submitted are still not final. So this little clock will tell you when you have enough confirmations for that to go through. And then it takes actually a second beyond that because I'm sure I have to wait for my proxy to submit my votes on my behalf. So we'll just check back next week to see that everything's working the way we expect it to be. And then we'll show also where we need to go to submit the next vote to maintain our weight, which I believe is going to be done in here somewhere.
Oh, yeah, and this can also all be done if you have like an Anchor wallet. This can be done through the Anchor, like the Anchor application, and then I believe the web wallet, like this is built into the web wallet clients. Although for some reason you can't unstake your stuff through the web wallet. That's always made zero sense to me. I even told the Wax team, like, what the hell is up with me having to go to a separate blockchain explorer to unstake my Wax? Like, why is that not built into the wallet where you stake your Wax? Hopefully they fix that at some point.
Yeah.
Unless it is in there now and I'm just talking like an idiot. I don't use the web wallet like at all. So if the new web wallet added it, and I'm talking out of my ass.
But I know that, yeah, the web wallet did have a like you weren't claiming like the Genesis mining rewards from it, like just the other rewards. So like if you come into this Alcor or into like Blocks or whatever, sign in with your web wallet by hitting add account and then using the web cloud wallet, you could then come over here to the wallet tab.
I feel like we should also mention, like, even though I did that, like,
claim some rewards.
Wax doesn't really support blocks anymore. And this website, like last time I tried to make a wallet, it was linking me straight up to a scam website. Like they do not, like at any point, any of those links could be broken and like scam you. So be careful using blocks. That's all I'm going to say. I would try to focus on different blockchain explorers that are actually being updated and are not supporting Wax. Like EOS Authority is a good one, and also Wax Block is the one that made by the Wax team. But if you want to make sure you're not clicking on scam links, use those because. Again, like I told somebody, I was like, hey, like this is how you make a new wallet. Click the EOS link generator, and then he sent me a message like, is this what it's supposed to say? I'm like, no, do not fucking click that. Like the link to the EOS key generator was straight up just a scam website on Waxblock, which is like super fucking sketchy. That's how you generate new keys to make a wallet. Like, so I don't know. I don't trust blocks.io anymore.
Yeah, so this is wax.blocks.io, and you can see it's going to be basically the same. So everything we covered should just
You're on the same website. You didn't change websites. What? Waxblock is different than wax.blocks. Wax.blocks is blocks.io. Waxblock is one word. It's a different website.
Is it BLOK?
I can't remember if they spelled a CK or a K. It's with a CK.
BLOCKS.io, I'm guessing?
It's just Waxblock. There's no S.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, there it is. So it is still kind of going to be very similar, though. Let's see. So if I sign in.
It's not as good yet. And they keep asking, they're like, what do you guys need to see? And I keep telling them, like, you're missing this. Like, where's the wallet creation button? Where's this? So, like, they're adding to this. This is not, like, a full-service blockchain explorer yet. I'd say EOS Authority is probably the best blockchain explorer right now. EOS Authority has the most accurate. Like, Blocks also sucks. Like, it pulls up, like, errors. Like it says there's an infinity max tokens for tokens that have max caps. Like
Yeah,
blocks has always sucked. U.S. Authority is way better.
I agree. Yeah, I always check the contracts on the US Authority.
If you generate keys through the Anchor app, then it's safe to create a new wallet on blocks. Yeah, that's where I've created my new
Yeah.
wallets. I'm just saying, like, just be careful on blocks because I had that issue where like it was straight up linking me to a scam website. Like in the future, if that happens again, like I don't know, like they're not checking the links to stuff. So if like stuff's linked, they're not updating it.
Okay, look, and now that we've staked and we've added our vote proxy, you can see this is how it looks on the wallet tab of Wax Blocks or waxblock.io. You can come down here to vote. The proxy is same. You jump over the proxy tab. You do the same thing we did on blocks.io. You sign your transaction, and then now that I have that going on, you can see I have a vote strength here of 100%. On my 6 wax, and then down here on the claim rewards button, I now could start to claim my wax just for my having staked, having staked and helped somebody out with their CPU issue as well. So it's kind of fun, especially if you're collecting wax in your wallet and it's just sitting there. You can, stake to people or stake to multiple wallets and, have some fun with it. But yeah, I think that kind of keeps everything in a nutshell there for the wallet side of this. Let me jump back over and do the last steps here with what we have left in honey and wax. So we pulled the wax and the honey out of their subsequent liquidity pools because both those pools were out of range of the current trading, and we want to use these tokens to earn trading fees from supplying liquidity. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to click on the pool tab up here and then say create new pool. I'm going to choose the counterpart to the wax as the honey token that we have. And now I'm going to supply asymmetric liquidity, where I'm going to first toggle asymmetric, being I'm going to do more honey than wax because I have 10 honey and I don't have enough wax to counterpart it in equal parts. I don't have 20 wax, I only have 2 wax. So instead of doing equal parts on both sides, I'm going to say I want to sell, my honey on the way up, but I don't want to buy a bunch more honey right now. First things first, I want to toggle from wax to honey so that I can see the prices in honey, because that makes more sense to me. Then I'm going to zoom in on this chart a little bit to see the liquidity distribution. So you can see most of the liquidity is still around the price. There's not a whole lot more of buying pressure basically on the way down, a lot of selling like liquidity on the way up. And you see the price of honey is now 2.04. So what we can do is set our price just slightly below that, like 2. Not 20, but 2.0. Let's say like 2. And then on the high end, I don't think honey's going to climb all the way to 4 wax. That's pretty high, but maybe like 2.6. And then let's see, that's already pretty asymmetric. So now we're doing 1% below the current spot price, 1.4%, and 27% above. And so now if I add my 10 honey, it only needs a counterpart of 1.27 wax. I have 2.7, so I'm going to bring this range down a little bit on the honey side. And then you can see it's actually raising how much wax it needs now as a counterpart. I'm going to bring it down until it gets to 2.7. This is kind of like an easy way for me to use all the assets that I have left in my wallet to participate in this liquidity pool. So I feel like that's as far as I can go. Yeah, 7.977. We can do this. So now we're going to be selling any of this honey between this price and 11% above this price, and we'll be buying more honey between here and 1.4% below. If the price keeps falling, we'll have all of this position in honey by the time we check next week. But if the price starts to climb, and maybe if it climbs beyond this price, then we'll have sold all of our honey and have only wax left in here. The ideal scenario for us is that honey pumps and then drops and then pumps and then drops and then pumps and then drops over and over again, because as that happens, each time we make it to the end of these ranges, we're going to see all of our liquidity being sold from one asset into the other, and we're going to earn 0.3% for all of that trading. So the more often that happens, the more money we make as liquidity providers, and that's why it's important for us to choose those ranges and be tight in them. So I'm going to add liquidity here. And then because we looked at the market at the beginning of this, way back before we got sidetracked a bunch of times and went on a bunch of tangents, we saw that the price range for the week that I was looking at was going to be like 5.8, 5.9 maybe on the high end, and then 5.3 or so on the low end. So let's see how that lines up with what our current trade range is within these liquidity pools. You can see, I'm going to check this one first. I am trading 5.7 to 6. Okay, so the reason that this is higher than my range but still in range is because this is denominated in USDC, but USDC is not at peg on the Wax blockchain. So you can actually see there's currently an arbitrage on USDC, SDC. And then the closest thing to peg would probably be USDT. So I'll say $1, and you can see it's roughly $1, and there you go, it's below peg. So you get
pretty wild that actually works.
Yeah, it's like six cents. So it's 6% arbitrage right there. And let's see, if I go 10, I'm curious. It does not scale. So
I mean, even being able to trade 10 for 10 is like, that stablecoin liquidity did not exist fucking 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't trade $2 without losing like 30 cents.
Yeah, 10 for 10 is it's pretty great. Same with like, you can go into like USDT pretty aggressively, or I mean Wax USDT, like $100 at a time, and it still will find like a pretty decent path of liquidity there.
94.
Well, that direction, that sucks. But if you get $100 from here, I bet you gain
even
money.
194 is way better than what you used to be able to get.
Like you're making a 3% arbitrage profit. So if you bridge over some USDT from Wax or from EOS right now, and then swap it into Wax USDT, you immediately can pull in. Oh, I guess maybe it didn't update correct or it changed the path here.
It's like
Let's
Data
see.
Junkies dropping some sort of ultra rare stuff. Shout out to the ultra rare fam. We love ultra rare here. We did a collaboration drop with them. We have an entire ultra rare set in our collection.
Yeah.
John and Rishi, shout out, good guys. They're also working on like a game still. They're working on the Meta Battler, which is like supposedly you can use any NFT on Wax to fight other NFTs on Wax. I'm not sure how it'll work yet, but
oh, that's dope.
Sounds cool.
Let's see. I'm going to also here. This giant tower of liquidity is me and my other wallet. So I'm like, I have all of my liquidity much more targeted, and it makes way more sense to do it that way. So here I'm trying to trade Wax 48% in almost in both directions. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't think Wax is going to be swinging 48% every week here, and we can always adjust. So I'm going to remove this liquidity and also make this a little bit tighter, so that more of our assets are being traded, over the next week or so, versus, them all sitting there waiting for a price to move 40%. That's not going to happen. Or, it's less likely to happen. It could happen. Let's see. Has that pulled my liquidity out? I'm going to refresh here because normally it'll refresh itself, but it didn't. So there we go. Now I'm going to pull up my USDT as the counterpart, and instead of doing it super wide, I'll just use this preset 5 and 5%. So now it's going to do 5% in both directions. And then I'm going to take a look and see if I can afford that right now. I have 22 Wax in here. It only needs $1 of a counterpart. So that means I can give myself a little bit more. A little bit more. I can just play with this basically, just like I did last time. So I don't have to do any math. I can just click this and see when it works. So you can see I'm going to get, that's about as close as I got because I got 2.16. And if I click here, it's going to go to 234. I'll be out of range there. So I'm just going to have to do it like that. Add this liquidity, and now I'm way tighter on the current spot price, and I'll be much more likely to have more of my volume being traded, and it should make a bigger yield for that if we check next week. I'm going to refresh again. I should see my third position in here. And there we go. I think that's all I'm going to do this week for our DeFi position on this wallet. So it was nice to be able to update that shit after 2 weeks of not doing anything with it. But really quick, I'm curious now. I have about 5. So this is 5.
I've
This
also
is
got some stuff to
80.
look at. We got the Square Enix thing, some thread that I want to read, and there's a Wax just dropped a new profile picture project today called V-Punks that are replacing the V-Bot. So I was
Oh,
gonna look at a few of those, and then maybe
yeah.
we can check to see if they've released any of what the physicals will be for the Adventure Time drop for Funko. Lots of fun stuff
Yeah.
going on this week.
We have, just as a quick wrap up to our wallet, right now we're up to almost 290 wax from our initial 100 wax that we started with. So, yeah, stay the course, guys. We're doing the Lord's work. All right. Yeah, let me unshare my screen here. I'm curious about these V-bots too. I mean, I never got my V-bot, but maybe I can get one of these new ones now that there's new things.
There's no
to
new
grab.
info on this. It just says
I want to know
usually
the
like
redeem.
usually like the week of the drop or like the week before the drop, they'll put out like you'll be able to click on the collection page and then actually be able to see what the NFTs are, but they don't have those available yet. So all we know is that we got a what's his name? Jake? Is that the dog?
Jake, is it going to be key-handed Jake?
I mean, Jake is on the pack, so I just feel like maybe there's a Jake collectible. It's
Oh,
also
maybe
Jake
it's
with
the
like a
wizard with the
like a
yeah.
magician hat, top hat, and a
That's
cape.
fun.
I don't know if that'll be
I
the
also
collectible.
really
But
liked Adventure Time. Adventure Time was such a wild show. Like,
here's the
oh, these are oh
V-Punks.
nice. I like that they're on wax too. It's been a minute since I've seen like another like cool looking PFP on wax.
These were supposed to be the characters for their game on Ethereum. They generated them for Axis Zero, it was called, and these were going to be 3D characters. So they like these, I believe, are all 3D models that would actually work in a game. But they said it cost too much money to develop the game, so they said they spent several $100,000 producing these, which sounds ridiculous to me. But like basically, they're like instead of just dumping them and throwing them away, we're going to give them away for free on Wax, since the game will likely never come out at this point. So these are what would
It's
have
the
been
same.
Axis Zero.
Is it the same creator as the V-Bots? Yeah, right. It's the wax team.
Yes, it is the Wax team.
Yeah, yeah, it is the same
Or
creator.
Tyranno Studios. I don't know if it's Tyranno or Wax. It's Tyranno, because Tyranno is the gaming fight, and these are gaming items. But it's basically the same thing. Tyranno is Wax.
Are any of
Tyranno
them
literally
listed
was
on
called
market
Wax
yet?
Studios before it's called Tyranno Studios. Or
Is anyone
Tyranno.
selling them, or have they not?
There's zero
been
for sale. They
distributed
haven't,
all
like,
yet?
these were literally just minted. That's why I'm showing them off. Like, this was posted, let me tell you. This was posted at 4:04 p.m. So 10 minutes ago, this was public information that this collection exists. Like, this is brand
Oh
new.
shit! Finger on the pulse, dude.
Guess what I'm doing while you're talking about tech stuff? I'm scrolling through all these chats, seeing if there's any news.
Yeah, and there it is.
Yeah, let's just
Shit,
look through
dude.
some of these. There's 6,000 of them, so like, and you can see each one has
Is that
like
the
background,
what's the
backpack,
caps?
body, charm, eyewear, handheld item, head, headwear, necklace. So there's a bunch of different potential generative attributes.
Yeah.
I wonder, NFT Hive's gonna have to figure out the rarity stuff, because there's no like rarity score filter on this one.
Yeah.
Actually, there is rank. I wonder if rank like higher is better or lower is better.
Oh wow, they're still like loading up on the market here.
I'm gonna refresh. I think it's being weird.
Hide myself.
So far,
I
I
can
haven't
see
seen
people.
any. I like this one. Like, of the ones I've seen so far, I think this is the coolest one. It has a
Yeah,
super high
it's on
rank,
Nova.
so maybe high rank is worse. But I like his the X painted on the eyes. I will say this also, like,
Okay, he looks pretty cool.
it looks pretty good as far as like
Yeah.
the texture and stuff on this is actually like pretty nice. Still a little wonky looking, to be honest. Like, these look a little really weird. They look inhuman, I guess is the way I'd describe it. Like, I don't necessarily think the
Yeah.
art looks bad. It just like it looks off slightly. But like, this is also a robot, so it's not necessarily
Yeah,
supposed to
Random
look like a
King.
human.
Random King's asking what's the link for this collection.
Here, let me post it in the Here's the link.
Yeah, it does look like an intense paintballer.
I believe these will
Funny.
all be given away through Twitter giveaways and like through the Wax Ambassador program and like through engagement, the same way the V-Bots went out. So go, like, if you want to try to get these, look out for the Wax Twitter, be in the Wax Discord, the Wax official Discord. Like, be where they do giveaways because that's how these will be distributed.
Yeah.
I don't think they're doing a sale. Like, you can't buy these. So, also, like, if it goes to anything like V-Bots were selling for like $50 the day they launched, and now, like, let's go check the market. Do not buy these things when they first drop. It's a huge, like, they get way overpriced.
Yeah. Don't buy the hype. Sell the hype. Buy it back later.
Right now, you can buy them for 71 cents, and let's go look at the history.
Oh, maybe I'll just buy
They were
one.
selling for $150 when they first dropped. 150,
Yeah.
50, 99. Like, so people are spending a lot of money on these, like speculating they'd be like, oh, this is Wax's profile picture collection. This is going to do what Bored Apes do. Let's buy the first ones because, like, we'll be early. And then they all just collapse to, like, almost nothing. So, like, the same thing will likely happen to this other one. So my suggestion is do not buy them when they first drop because, like, it's supply and demand. When the supply is super low and there's only 5 on the market and 100 people want them, they'll pay way more than they should for them. When there's 10,000 on the market and 100 people want them, they're very cheap. So wait until the supply comes out.
That's definitely the move.
Even though I'm hyping these on stream, like, just be smart about it. I can't tell if these haven't loaded yet or like maybe this is just like it hasn't actually, like, the NFT. This is so new, like, it might have just been minted and it hasn't actually.
Like the IPFS hasn't like populated on Atomic.
And here we go.
Server.
It says Tierno Studio. So this is Tierno. That's the trademark for legal.
Okay.
Interesting. So a bunch of these are not showing up.
I feel like they'll
Super funny
show
if,
up
like,
eventually. Yeah, if they didn't, that'd be wild. That is a bunch of them. I wonder if like other marketplaces are seeing them. I guess they did just get minted.
Then they showed up again. So it's just this batch that didn't work. So it looks like the X on the head is not that rare. Let me see a couple of these.
Nice.
Ooh, this one looks cool. She looks like she's in like a fucking frog is eating her in her suit. See that? How it's like a friggin' mouth? It's like a snake mouth. She's like inside of a snake. I like that.
Oh, that is pretty dope. Yeah, I see that now.
And also, I don't know if these will have gaming utility. I don't think they will because this game, as they said, they could not afford to produce it.
Yeah.
The other thing news with Wax is they're launching a game called Spin Tycoon. So they're going to launch a third game, which is cheaper for them. It's a mobile game to develop than an MMORPG. But they say it's going to be free to play, so anybody can play it. And then they also said they're going to be giving utility to Music Mogul NFTs in Wax's new game. They have not confirmed that Spin Tycoon, but I think because they fucked up Music Mogul so hard, they're basically going to give you like paid items for your Music Mogul stuff in the new game that other people will have to spend money for if they want to enter.
Oh, like so you blend your Music Mogul stuff, or you just get it dropped?
It has not been announced like how it works. That's just all they said was people are bitching. They're like you guys rug pulled. This sucks. They're like, we're launching a new game and these will have utility in them. That's all they said.
Okay. I still like hold my Music Mogul stuff. Whatever.
I like this guy with the friggin' like kind of spiky hair.
Yeah. Double frown.
I like these enough. Like, I'm not going to spend a lot of money on these, but like I'll enter the giveaways and try to win one of these. Ooh, I like these too with the. What is that, like a... Is that a harmonica? What the fuck is that?
Oh, I don't know. Or like a Super Nintendo cartridge?
It's a harmonica.
Oh, damn.
You know what I thought it was? I thought it was one of those, like... Do you remember those old, like... They're like little red plastic things that you can look through, and then you put discs in, and you, like, press a button and it spins it? That's what I thought that was. That just brought me back to like nostalgia times 1,000. Like, oh, childhood's coming back.
I forget
rushing through, but that's not what it was.
But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like it has a fun name too.
Those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think the snake eating a person is one of my favorite skins, and then I also like the black. There's something clean about this black. Like, reminds me of like Darth Maul or like a Sith or something. Like, it's a cool look with a black glove and a black robe.
Zoom in on that one. Make that one big, the black one, and just any of the black ones that look cool. I just haven't gotten.
I'll do a different one because we were just looking at that black one with the harmonica. I'm trying to find one. Why do all the black ones have harmonicas? Let's try to find a different one. I'm also trying to like see what's rare because we don't really know what's rare yet. So, like, just based on like, I like this one has the hang loose sign. That's my favorite hand signal so far. The hang loose, baby.
That's cool. She also has like a cool vibe, like her cap and shit. works with that hand signal, and then her like steampunk camera. Like, what the fuck is that?
I like
That
the
looks like
steampunk
a.
camera.
I do too. It looks like a steam powered camera. Pretty wild.
Ooh, this is the only one I've seen with a space helmet. That's probably a pretty rare one.
Oh, I bet the space helmet shit is rare as hell. That's usually like astronaut stuff is usually a PFP like gold mine or crowns, like gold crowns, diamond to anything.
It is interesting how some of these batches haven't showed up yet.
Two finger on the pulse, dude.
Yeah, we're too early to this. I don't know. A lot of these aren't loading, so. And the black ones actually aren't as rare as I thought. There's a lot of black robes. I'd say this pink one looks rare. There's only a couple pinks.
The snake one is really cool. I like that one a lot. I saw that Novo Pangea.
Ooh, this one is rare. This is like a fur jacket. We've only seen like one of these.
Oh yeah. And a torch.
Yeah, Ben from NFT Hive will import these into his thing, and then we'll be able to see like what the actual traits are.
Yeah, and then you'll be able to see how many of each like NFT has those traits and stuff. It'll be real easy. Ben's like.
So that's
PFP
kind of the fun part of these projects for me. Viewmaster. This is exactly what it was.
Viewmaster.
See if we can see a video.
Okay, I thought it had a more fun name, but yeah, okay.
Now we're really off the rails, but I want to see. The hell? Bert Kreischer's just airing his special from Showtime from like 10 years ago on YouTube. I kind of want to see that movie. Bert Kreischer's film is out in theaters right now, The Machine. This whole pitch is like, if you go see this movie and it makes money, other stand-up comedians will be able to make movies and like comedies will be made again because like studios will not invest money in comedies right now. Like no big budget comedies get made because they don't make money. So like he's like, if you all go see this, then all of your fucking favorite comedians will be able to make their own movies, and then like comedies will be big in theaters again. Which I don't know if that's true. It's probably just him trying to market his own thing, but I like the idea of more
clever marketing.
I mean, don't you wish like Ace Ventura and Dumb and Dumber and like shit like that was coming? Like 3 or 4 of those were coming out a year. Like, there's hardly any good comedies that come out anymore. If we're being real about it, like trying to think of like the last really big comedy. Like, what was the last old school or the last like super bad where everybody was quoting it and everybody saw it and it was like in the theaters, rated R, good movie. Like, very rarely do those come out. Comedy is like. The way comedy makes it into theaters now is through Marvel movies. Like a Marvel movie will have funny scenes, but if you're not fucking Marvel, you're not Fast and the Furious, or you're not like, there's like, if you're not a big fucking action series, like you don't get into movies anymore. Like that's all that goes into theaters. So I like the idea of like comedies coming back, and that's like the pitch he's selling. Also, I am a fan of Bert Kreischer, and I think I will enjoy the movie. I know a lot of people don't like him, but I think he's very funny. All right, let's see this thing.
I like the discovery. I like the repetition of it. I like the sound, the clicking that it makes. My name is Rebecca Kilbreath, and I love Viewmasters. I think
She dusts them.
I keep them all in tubs. I buy little plastic sleeves to put them in because every good collector does that, no matter what it is. And then obviously putting them all in the spreadsheet is the real, like, you know, that's where you get your juice, sort of. You get like a dopamine hit, I think. So when I get a new...
Is there a community, or is she the only person in the world collecting this stuff? That's what I want to know. Is this entire channel of like master collectors? Because I'm about to follow this. It's like, show me your nerd master collectors. Like, let's go.
The first thing I do is Model B, which is a clamshell style. I have a Model C, which is sort of the most popular. It's been around for 20-some years. That's the creepy Hansel and Gretel rails from the 40s. And then I also have what I call the Cadillac of Viewmasters, which is the Viewmaster Model D. This one is delightful. It's Huckleberry Hound in the 1950s or 60s, actually. And the diorama is gorgeous. And then I also have the Model E, I have a Model F, and then I have all the modern ones that kids today would be familiar with.
Damn, I don't know any of these models. I know the red one.
The red one's Harry Potter, Hagrid, and the owl, Hedwig. People would remember Viewmasters had. So you would go into
so many of these fucking things.
Like the marine land that you wouldn't see, things they wouldn't.
Very serious.
Oh, this is Gizmodo. If you were a 90s kid, you definitely remember one of those. I was a 90s kid.
Dude, the beginning of that video is almost like she was like confessing to having an addiction, like, and I'm an alcoholic. She's like, and I love Viewmasters.
Speak of the devil, Bert Kreischer was on this fucking channel 5 days ago. He's fucking everywhere on the internet. 250 views. That's got to be like one of the lowest views videos with Bert Kreischer anybody got. His channel's fucking not doing well. They get 100 views on their videos for having 134,000 subscribers.
Damn.
Interesting. They need to put up more content like this. This one has 64,000 views. Give us more collecting videos. All right. Well, that was fun. Now let's look at I saw this thread. I haven't even read this yet today. I'm not really sure what's going on, but it says Square Enix Web 3. Web 3, for the uninitiated, is just another word for blockchain as far as I'm concerned. Some people say it's an ethos, but I think it literally just means blockchain, and people are fucking space cadets that are saying it's an ethos. Personally, but, you know, people will argue about the meaning of Web 3. I think it literally just means blockchain. It's like synonymous with blockchain. But Square Enix, if you didn't know, are a game developing company. They make the Final Fantasy series, so they're very legitimate game developers. So the idea of someone like Square Enix building games on the blockchain excites me a lot more than, you know, a team that's never built a game before that are a bunch of tech bros that love cryptocurrency but don't know how to build games. Because we have been doing that for the past 2 years, and it does not turn out well for most of us. So I'm excited that Square Enix is entering the space. And the thing they have right now is kind of like not really a game. It's like storytelling through owning NFTs, which it's weird. It's not really for me.
Interesting.
But I'm hoping this thread is saying that they're announcing something cool or new. Like if it's like Final Fantasy is coming to the blockchain, it'd be fucking crazy. All right, so let me read this thread.
This would be a great one.
Square Enix sets aside everything to become a pioneer in Web3 gaming. And this is posted by Manny NFTs, who I'm not following and have no idea if he's lying to me. So this could all be false information. I've done zero fact checking. Square Enix is well known in the gaming world since 2003. The creator of hit game series Final Fantasy and many more titles. Is in the forefront. Okay, so
this checks out.
That was what I just summarized in the last 3 minutes. He did in like 3 sentences. So
yeah,
on the same page. Since 2019, even before NFTs became mainstream, Square Enix was actively exploring the NFT scene. In 2021, it began testing the waters. With a sold-out NFT collection minted on Immutable, shout out Immutable X, IMX, we like them, based on Japanese game franchise Shisansei Million Arthur. The digital trading cards were only made available in Japan. Let's see what this says. A proof of concept for establishing what synergies we can drive by combining NFTs with our business assets. Initiated with NFT digital cards. Initial launch October 14th. Million Press set and a Million Press have already sold out. Plan to make available on the LVC NFT marketplace. That must be an IMX marketplace. Have recognized that NFTs have high affinity with our assets. Proof of concept phase is over. We'll transition into full commercialization phase. And that was in 2021.
Yeah. I remember the letter that he was very, very like good understanding of the NFT space even way back then. Yeah.
Square Enix is getting super greedy lately, almost to a desperate point. To be honest, I don't really follow what Square Enix does outside of the space, but I'm still excited they're entering the space because I feel like it legitimizes the space. And what we really want is to onboard actual gamers, not NFT and crypto enthusiasts. And like this is the bridge to actual gamers. So we need companies like this to enter the Web3 space if we actually want these games to be played by people, and you don't want to be running around in a metaverse with 9 people with 10,000 NFTs sold, which is kind of what's happening right now. It's all investors buying this shit, not gamers. We need the gamers to come in and fill these fucking universes we're creating. So like Square Enix can do that. So that's why it excites me.
Yes.
I can't speak on their big business practices. I can't say if they're cash grabbing, but even if they do that, I think it'll legitimize NFTs, strangely. Anyway, continuing on this thread, last year to celebrate its 25th anniversary, Square Enix partnered with Engine to release Final Fantasy VII digital cards tied with the IRL collectibles and figurines. So that's cool. They did VRL. You can get yourself a cloud.
Yeah, that's dope as hell.
In the same year, Square Enix made ultra bold move. They sold Tomb Raider and Deus Ex IPs, all of its Western studios, for low 300 million. I guess that's low. 300 million is a shit ton of money. The fact that Square Enix sold Tomb Raider and almost all its Western franchises, along with the 2 highly talented developers that made them, for an absurdly low. How are you selling developers? Is this slavery? Like, I think you can sell developers. Seems so peculiar, and it's hard to imagine there's any.
I think they mean like a developer, like like a studio, like it would be the developer.
Yeah,
so
I know. It was worded
yeah.
funny, like $100,000 you own this, man. This developer will develop anything for you. He will live in
for
your fucking
300
basement
million,
and
I don't
program you
know.
games.
Yeah, for 300 mil, that's a pretty good developer.
So I think the point they're trying to make here is they're selling Web 2 shit to get into Web 3, but I don't know. And this is the thing that I know. On November 22nd, the studio announced its first ever global NFT collectible art project. This is the thing where it's like not really a game. You're like collecting art through like a story. It's a NFT project with 10,000 collectibles directly tied to its upcoming blockchain games utility. I've tried to read about this shit. I don't get it at all. Like a bunch. I don't understand what symbiogenesis is. And like when you YouTube gameplay videos, there is no game. So I don't understand what this is. Okay, here it says the game is currently in development stage with a trailer released back in March. It's a free-to-play RPG game, but owning an NFT puts you at an advantage. Still super unclear to me. But this is the trailer for the game. Whatever the fuck that is. And yeah, you can go do these like free. They're almost like I Spies. Like you have to go search on a map and click and like, oh, is there an NFT hiding here? And you can unlock NFTs through this like weird click adventure journey. So I don't really understand how that's going to turn into a playable game, but that's what it is right now. This I have not heard, so this is coming into news for me. Up until 8 out of 12 on this thread, I was aware of all this stuff. So 9 out of 12, this is news to me. The partnership with Web3 gaming platform Elixir marks the conviction of Square Enix to bring Web3 games to the mainstream audience, as Elixir is a gaming distribution platform that puts Web3 and traditional games side by side. So I guess Elixir is maybe like a Steam or like an Epic Games Store. I have not heard of Elixir, to be honest. The company also made investments in the Sandbox. It brought Dungeon Siege IP to Sandbox and invested $52 million in Gummy Games to develop play-to-earn titles. Interesting. Despite market fluctuations, constant backlash, and many Web 2 companies leaving the Web 3 scene, Square Enix has announced it will continue to develop Web 3 games in the next 12 months, in its end of fiscal year statement this month. The Japanese gaming giant Square Enix has reasserted its commitment to blockchain gaming, announcing it will continue to develop blockchain, Web 3, and NFT games in the next 12 months. So that's good news. While everybody's like, crypto's dying, it's this game, they're doubling down on it, and they know what the fuck they're doing. They're a successful gaming company.
They also waited their time, bed their time. It took like 2 years to get like into it, and now they're like, all right, we're gonna spend this year building while everyone's like dying.
Their CEO says, Yosuke Matsuda says, focusing on traditional forms of gaming world would not be enough for the company to thrive in the future. Would you agree with the statement? Is gaming tech world in need of Web 3? Interesting article. A lot of that was not really news to me, but I do think it's important to highlight that like legitimate gaming companies are taking this stuff seriously.
Yeah. That's definitely a very legitimate gaming company, and I would love to play like a Final Fantasy Tactics or some type of like trading card style game or something like that from their IP. I'd be into that. 100%.
That's kind of cool again. Oh, hello, custom TV.
What
I believe that is so sneakery. Hello. I don't know if you were just playing Big Time. Shout out to our Big Time fam. I think we're getting pretty close to wrapping up on the stream, though. Maybe let's do a giveaway. Oh, did you want to do a giveaway for 100 wax for Alcor?
Yeah, let's give away 100 wax. You guys, the Raiders are just in time for 100 wax giveaway.
I think we'll also be playing Big Time on Friday if you want to team up, Sneakery. I'm planning on playing Big Time this Friday. We play at around 2:30, 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. We can play with up to 6 people in our party, so anybody watching, if you'd like to join us in Big Time, let's do some Big Time this Friday. Right now we'll do a giveaway for... How did you do it last time? I don't know. 100 wax.
I just did
wins, or?
Yeah, a winner got 100 wax. I did like 2 races and gave out 200 wax. We can do the same this time.
We will do 2 races, 100 wax each time. Exclamation point play. Grubfish style.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to
This is a
Grubfish. They just
sponsor.
added new backpacks. There's new cosmetics for Grubfish. I myself have the uncommon one, the goose pack or whatever they call it. I enjoy it.
Yeah, you should enter the giveaway so you can show it off. Plus, if you win, I mean, it's a sponsored giveaway. This is sponsored by Alcor. They hooked it up with 1,000 wax for us to give away to the community. So,
Yeah, thank you to
We're doing 100
Alcor and
wax giveaways
Zuler
every-
specifically, who worked with Alcor. That's been reaching out to us.
yeah.
We love
And
Zuler.
If you
He
watch,
does good stuff for the wax.
if you
space.
rewind the stream, we were going over how to use Alcor's liquidity pools to kind of like farm yield to adjust the strategy.
Yeah, to our new viewers, every Tuesday we do technical stuff. This is our less fun stream day, but we went over how the new Alcor V3 liquidity pools work, and we also went over staking wax, voting for both blockchain producers, and we covered a little bit about how the OIG works. So if you're into the technical stuff, feel free to watch this video on demand. It will be uploaded after the stream, which will be pretty shortly because we're about to end. Also, all of our videos are re-uploaded permanently on YouTube. So if for whatever reason you're trying to watch something from like 2 weeks ago, Twitter or Twitch automatically deletes the videos. But we dual cast to YouTube. We don't really use YouTube, like we don't promote it at all. But if for whatever reason you want to watch something, you can go check it out on YouTube afterwards. Like if you saw something and then you're like, I remember Max said something 3 weeks ago that I really want to hear, you can always go. Like all of that stuff is permanently on YouTube.
Nice. Yeah, it's fun too. Like, kind of going every weekend, checking in on like a position and trying to trade it and make it work.
Also, show off
Defi
real
it.
quick. On Thursday, we have a set bonus snapshot for our collection.
Oh, hell
We are not
yeah.
just educators. We are not just gamers. We are artists. And our collection is called Neon Space. You can check in the Atomic Hub set books, but the set bonuses that are going out will be for Blockchain Boulevard, which is our most recent drop. The drop is over. You have to purchase it on the aftermarket. But if you collect all 12 artworks in one rarity, you get a 13th artwork in the same rarity. We got Dim, which is like our common, Lit, which is like our uncommon, Glow, which is like our rare, and Neon, which is like our epic. So the rare set is 12 Neon artworks. That one, being honest, you're probably not going to be able to collect if you're new to our collection. It's not easy to get these cards anymore. There's not a lot of them out there. But I'd say Dim and Lit are still doable, not crazy expensive. Glow will be a little expensive.
Yeah, there's still some in the pools too, so you could open them from pack.
There's like
I'm holding on with my diamond hand. I'm holding on with my diamond hand.
Max does the 3D artwork. I do the music. That's me singing. I'm holding on with my diamond hands. That's your boy Lewis. My voice is actually raspier than it was when I was saying that.
Yeah, it sounds way raspier right now. Like more rock and roll.
It's probably like, I'm holding on with my diamond hands. That's probably closer to the actual recording, but I was giving it a little extra grit.
Yeah, let's see that one.
Those set bonuses go out, so there'll be a brand new song I composed just for the set bonuses. When that goes out, it'll be a new sign, which is a combination of all 12 of these in 4 rarities. And you can get as many as you want. So if you complete 25 dim sets, you will get 25 set bonuses, which is new. Every other set we've done for pack drops has been only 1 set bonus per rarity. So if you're interested in collectible artwork, go for it. We're not really like we're stakeable in Wombat Dungeon, but we're not a gaming brand. Do not expect this stuff to have gaming utility in the future. Only buy it if you're interested in collecting the artwork. And we also have a cool blend thing. Like you can blend these into blend tokens, and then we give stickers, like VIRL real life stickers for the blend tokens. So if you get duplicates and stuff, you can blend them into Neon blend tokens, and then use those to claim VIRLs in the future. So we got some fun stuff, but it's all based around collecting an artwork and the artwork we create. So if you're not interested in that, we don't recommend entering our collection. Anyway, last call for exclamation point play. If you would like to Smelly Cat from Friends. I don't know if I know.
Do you remember that one?
It's like smelly cat, what? I don't remember what the lyrics are though.
Yeah, what are they feeding you?
I got close for like I don't even watch Friends.
It's
I
not your
assume
fault.
that's what you.
Something like that. I think that's it. I don't really watch Friends either. I know
Smelly
it from
cat, smelly cat, what are they feeding you? Smelly cat.
I got pretty close for like not knowing.
Yeah,
Smelly
the rhythm
cat,
was you had
smelly
it. You had it.
cat, what are they feeding you?
Oh,
There you
Willow
go,
got
just for
11.
you.
Let's go.
That's from
I got
Monosuerte.
those.
I hope that was the right Smelly Cat too. That's what I know Smelly Cat as. If there's another song called Smelly Cat, I'm not aware of it.
That's definitely Smelly Cat, right? I feel bad for whoever wrote the other song called Smelly Cat because no one's gonna find it. It's gonna be Phoebe all day.
It's almost as good as the Cat Dog theme song. I doubt you're. If you have the Mint 1 pack, there's no way you're pulling multiple neons out of that. I'd save the Mint 1 pack personally. And I'll look on the
Damn.
market. Max said you can buy packs. I don't think you can even buy. Like, I don't think there are packs available.
Oh, I don't know if
Like,
you can
this
buy
shit
packs.
is super
Actually,
rare.
yeah.
Like, theoretically, if you had a pack, you could open it. But
I was gonna buy it out the rest of the fucking like big packs, but I didn't.
I forgot to too.
Yeah. Like, it would have been easier for me to do it because
The cheapest pack is $35
I-
for a 1-card pack,
part of this.
and it's $273 for the cheapest 5-card pack. There are no available
Yeah,
packs.
okay, yeah. There's no packs.
Oh, wait,
yeah.
no, that was mint highest. I did the fucking price wrongest. You can get the 1-card packs for $1.50, but even that, like, these have been under $1 the entire time the drop was open. They just went up because the drop ended.
That's true. It's a tough sell.
What do you need? I feel like we can find your cards if you only need 2 of them. Like, I know all of our collectors.
Yeah, I have a couple duplicates too. I have a
Sure.
full neon set, so I won't trade ones that I only have one of, but I could trade you duplicates. Let's see.
Twelcher, let me know what cards you look. Let's do this grubfish first, and then we'll look for the cards while the second sign-up goes. All right, here we go. Let's do some grubfish. This is for 100 wax, baby. Look at these backpacks, neon space with the beautiful green backpack. I'm not going to grub explode, but if I win, whoever gets in second wins. Like, we will not win the wax.
I'm gonna hide myself so we can see who's getting sliced. Oh, I see gold blood. Not good.
Ooh, neon space down.
Not many.
We only got
not
one
many
backpack
backpacks in
left.
this. Yeah, not many backpack holders.
Ooh, I'm the KY. I went big instead of small and got the axe. I like this zone right here where they all died with the colors. It looks like an expressionist painting.
Yeah. No red tails. I should have entered next one so I could get some red in here, dude. Got my red tail.
Ooh, data junkie. Fortunately, you just got axed. Oh, that was brutal. We got 5 left. Oh, 3 left. 1 backpack. 2 non-backpacks. Will the cosmetic win?
I'm rooting for the backpack.
I'm always rooting for the backpack. Oh! Oh! So close! No! Last second. GB Australia pulled it out.
Damn.
So you're close, Buzz King, but GB Australia is going to be the winner. I think we have your wallet, but if you have not, we have a form to enter your wallet in so we can send you prizes after the stream. Which might not be immediate, might take a day or two, maybe 7 to 12, but we will send you the prizes eventually.
Whoever won the 100 wax last time, I did send those out today. So that was
I believe
Puzzled
that's
Puzzler
Mocha.
and Puzzled Puzzler and Mocha. Yeah, Mocha Twitcher.
Oh, you wanted me to sing it in the raspy voice? Okay, let me get you the form.
Oh, for
Mr.
Smelly Cat.
Australia.
Huh?
Is GB Great Britain? Are you Great Britain, Australia? Is that who you is?
GB.
Have you filled out that form? Also, you only ever need to fill it out once. We literally have wallets from people from 2 years ago. Your boys have been streaming on Wax for like over 2 years, and we have stuff from like when we started streaming. So if you've ever watched our stream and won a prize, you don't need to fill it out again. But if you're new and you've never won before, fill it out once and then you're good to go forever. So thank you. We appreciate it. It makes our lives easier. Oh, it's a short nickname.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, hello, GB. Well, now I'll call you GB. That's what I was wondering. I wasn't sure. Like, calling you Australia feels weird. So calling you GB. What up, GB?
GB.
Nice. Well, thank you. Yes, we've been around in wax for a while, and we've been involved in a lot of giveaways and like collabs with other streamers and stuff. So there's a good chance if you've been on wax for a while, you might have ran into a Neon Space NFT.
Right. Yeah. That's cool. Which one did you have in your wallet already? Just out of curiosity.
Exclamation point play also for.
I'm entering this one so I can get some red blood on this fucking board.
Can I find what did Twalter need? I'm trying to see if we can get Twalter's set. She's so close to completing a Neon set. I feel like we can do it. You need pump and dump and rock paper diamonds. Okay, let's figure it out.
All right, let me take a look at what I got. See what I got dupes of here. I got
I'm just
yield
gonna go
founders.
through
I have
the templates because I can find the shit in the Neon. I know like all of the wallets
I
that
got
people have all their
Marble.
stuff. So
I got Marble Mafia twice.
it's this one. So you need
And I got Click
rock
Farm.
paper diamond hands. That one I think is gonna be hardest to get because people like the song. I had a rock paper diamond hands too, I think, and I think somebody already traded for it. So unfortunately, I can't help you with that. He
I got
needed.
25 of it, I think.
He needed pump and dump and rock paper diamond hands. So where's
Oh,
pump
let me
and
hide
dump?
myself again.
So here is rock paper diamond hands. There's 3 in Wombat. Hit up Priscilla. Priscilla's not going to complete her set. This is Valor and Vellum Priscilla, 3V AS4. She has a rock paper diamond hands, and she doesn't have a full Neon set, so I'm sure she would trade. And you can even tell her like, hey, if you want this NFT, I will trade it back to you after I complete the set for whatever like 1-for-1 Neon trade I do. Then the other people I'd recommend is Wombat. You can check in Wombat. Shit, we don't want to do that. You can find the ones that are in Wombat and then find what wallets sent them to Wombat. So we got that one's in Wombat. This one's in Wombat.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go help Paul unload his Costco trip stuff from the car here in a second. He says
Okay.
he's arriving.
So this one's in Wombat, and then you can check the transfers. This was fuzb.wam. I don't know that wallet, so I can't help you there. This is Teddy, RMT30. He's an active Neon Space member and would also probably help you if you're a member of the community. So I'd hit up Priscilla, I'd hit up Teddy, and then let's check Pump and Dump. Or did we not check this one yet? That's Teddy. Who's got the Pump and Dumps? This is Dr. BLV. Dr. BLV is Nathan Fernarin's uncle, I believe. He is also, I don't think, completing a full set, so he'd probably be down the trade as Pump and Dump. But let's see how close he is to a Neon set. If he's close to a Neon set, he might not. He's got 2 Pump and Dumps. This dude's definitely going to be down the trade. So I hit up Dr. BLV. He's in our Discord. But let's check who else has a Pump and Dump just so we can get you some options. KY. I don't know if Toon's completing a full set. If Toon's not completing a full set, he'd probably be down the trade you. That's my dad. My dad would trade you. I can also like call my dad if you need the trade. BS5, B4, that's my dad's account. I don't think he's completing a full set either. So there should be options. Let me know if you need help contacting these people, but I want to see you get that Neon set. If you're 10 out of 12, you deserve that set, man. So yeah, let me know after the stream in Discord if you need some help tracking these people down. And we're also lenient. Like, this is a small enough community that if you can't get these trades done by Thursday, like, we'll give you a grace period. We can mint. You won't be able to get the low mints because we're going to mint on demand and then airdrop everything when they're done. And then if you are able to complete the set like within a week after that, we're happy to mint 1 extra and send it to you on demand. But you probably will not be included in the the low mint airdrop, if that makes sense. But I do think there's some realistic options for you to be able to complete your set. I'm going to read the comments, sorry. Twalter does, right here, Autumn's Toys. Yeah, we want you to complete a set. Like, these sets are meant to be completed by our collectors, so we're happy to connect you. And, like, a lot of the people holding those, like, they're not selling them just because, like, they're not selling them necessarily, but they're, like, not going to complete the set. So, like, a lot of our collectors will be happy to help you complete your set. if they like, if you have other neons you can trade like 1-to-1 or whatever, like I'm sure a lot of people will be happy to help you. I'm also happy to help organize it. So that's not an easy set to complete. It would be a huge shame if you missed out at 10 out of 12. Like, I would feel for you for that, because I tried to get a neon set. I ripped so many of those friggin' packs, and like I only got like 4 neons. That was not an easy set to complete. This has been the hardest set out of all of our sets to complete, is the Neon Blockchain Boulevard set. The second hardest set we've had to complete was the last neon set, the neon, what the frick was it called? The neon Burn Street. Burn Street didn't even have like all of them minted. So Burn Street, like I think 2 people completed the set for Burn Street. This one might have 3 people, so it'll be slightly less rare. You might be able to find a lower rarity set, but the neon sets are like not even possible to complete. Like you're seeing our top collectors having difficulties getting all 12 of those. I think you could probably manage to pick up a full lit or dim set, but also like we're no longer selling this as neon space. You have to buy them from the people that have already bought them. So it's up to our collectors to put up full sets if they'd like to. But yeah, we don't have any of this stuff sale directly from us anymore. It's only available on the secondary market. I actually do like the idea of like, you know how cogs have their tubes? Thank you for the cheer. We appreciate it. Custom TV. Cheer. But yeah, in the future, I would like to maybe do what Cogs does, where Cogs has those tubes, and the tubes are basically sets. Like if you collect like all 5 or 10 or whatever of the same Cogs, you put them in the tube, and then the tube becomes a new NFT, and you can open the tube, and the Cogs come out of the tube. But that basically makes it so the tube is the set, so you can sell full sets on the aftermarket, and that's one of the cooler things about Cogs that I like. I would like to do that for Neon Space. Like, I'd like you to be able to turn your full set into a new NFT, so then you can sell the full set as a single NFT, and then whoever gets that NFT can open it to get the full set out of it. So that just makes it easier for the aftermarket, because I kind of agree, Data Junkie, as far as like, as a buyer, sometimes I'd be willing to pay a premium to get a full set, not to have to figure out how to complete a set. Like, I'll pay extra wax if I don't have to go like find all separate pieces. So like, as a buyer, I think that would be cool for our collection, because like, that's one of the cool things about Neon Space is Max and I are NFT collectors. So like, we take what we like about our buying experiences and our collecting experiences from other collections, and then we try to bring that to our collection. Like, we airdrop 20% of our sales to our holders. So like those 1 card packs you see on the aftermarket are actually the same cards pull from the same pools as our pulled packs, but we airdrop that to our holders. So 20% of our new sale gets airdropped, and that's based on CryptoMonkeys. CryptoMonkeys airdrop 19% of all their new cards to people, and we're big fans of CryptoMonkeys, so we did that. We got our set bonus idea from Ultra Rare. We love Ultra Rare, and they do all sorts of set bonuses, so that's been a big inspiration for us. Yeah, Neon Space is basically just like a combination of the different things we like about different projects we've had on Wax, and we've been doing it for a couple of years now. So like, our blend economy and all that stuff is just based on us being collectors here. I don't know who 431K4 is, but here, I can help you. Let's find, you need a not financial advice? I'll help you find a not financial advice. The one thing I'm good for is knowing what everybody's wallets are. So if you guys need help finding someone that has one of these NFTs, I'm your guy. Also, I sit around on Discord all day, every day. Like, I'm happy to help you guys. Use me as a resource. Was it a neon not financial advice, or was it a different rarity? Okay. I have looked at the NFT Hive crafting. That can't actually do what we do. It's more like we need to create a template in the artwork to make it work. Like, I don't want to just have like a blank picture NFT that says this is a Neon Space set. So like, how do we represent a set as an NFT? We need to make new artwork for it and stuff. So like, I'm aware it's possible. We could be doing it. It's just we don't have the tools. Okay, so you need a not financial advice. The easiest way to check is, does anybody have 2 of them? Wombat has 5 of them. Burst has one of these. Hit up Burst of Energy. He's not completing a full set. Lance Collect is my brother. My brother will help you out too. Mr. Air Doctor, that's Mark. Mark on our team, he's not completing a set. Can almost guarantee you any of these 3 people will trade with you. But yeah, let's see if we can find fuck, I just clicked the wrong button. See if we can find who has them in Wombat as well. Because sometimes you can find like there's people who have them in Wombat that are big collectors in our collection. I'm also gonna hit up Teddy. Because Teddy has a bunch of shit in Wombat. I'm not sure he's aware that our set bonuses are going out. What did I just do? Why am I on the... I'm on the wrong wallet. Don't want that. I want these. I want to look at the ones that are in Wombat. There's 5 of these in Wombat, too. Which also, if anybody's trying to collect sets for other collections, I do this all the time. Like, when I'm trying to find trades for Music Mogul, I know so many people on Wax that, like, I can search through who's holding templates and usually find someone's wallet I recognize because I'm, like, straight up Rain Man pulling out fucking Wax wallets. All right, so this is Teddy. Guy I told you is probably not aware that our set bonus is happening. Teddy's a big collector and would probably help anybody in Neon Space. But Teddy's got one in Wombat. This is Dr. Crispy, I believe. Am I... right? Is this Dr. Crispy? This was sent by... I don't know 335IS. This is an unknown. And this was sent by... This is Siemski. Siemski is also... He like mods for Warsaken. He's a good guy in the Wax space. He'll help you out, I'm sure. So hit up Siemski. Hit up Dr. Crispy. Hit up my brother. Hit up Burst of Energy. Or who's the other person I said? Is this Roswin's? Dackers? Mark. Mark will definitely trade you. Of all these people, Mark in our Discord is on the Neon Space team. He wants you guys to be happy. Mark will for sure trade you, but you have a bunch of options there. Also, sorry, I can't read the chat while I'm doing this if people are... It's super hard. That's what I was saying. Like, I ripped a shit ton of packs. Like, and I got like 3 neons. I was just like, not gonna happen. We're also working on like, I keep trying to balance it so neons are getting less and less rare every pack. So you should be able to pull them more easily. We have a new mint structure. Like, I make new mint structures every pack drop because like I also open these packs and then I get fucking frustrated and I'm like, if I'm having a bad time opening these packs, that means our other people buying them are too. So like, I want people to be happy when they're opening our packs. Like, I don't want it to be a fucking shit show where you pull 80% commons and like all bullshit. Like, that's not a good pack opening experience. So slowly but surely we're balancing it. The other hard thing is we have the whole like blend economy. So like a dim has to be worth too much, or a dim has to be worth half of what a lit is worth, because 2 dims equal a lit. So in our mint structure, they need to be like, that needs to make sense. You can't like, if dims are 100 and then 75 mints for lit, then it doesn't make sense anymore because they're no longer like half as rare. So like, I have to balance the mint structure with the frickin' how many tokens they cost that you can trade in back into the token. So like, it's kind of a stirring a big old pot of tokenomics every time we change our mint structure. And we don't want to screw anybody, and doing big drastic changes could really screw our tokens and people who hold the tokens. So we very slowly change the stuff to get a little less rare. So I'm hoping the next drop, y'all are able to pull more neons. Me too, because I'd also like to pull more neons. The other thing we're going to add in our next drops is these shines. Like, because we're making neons less rare, the new chases are going to be the shines and the nakeds. We're going to, instead of having those be blends, because the whole point of that was like, we oversupplied our drop, take the oversupply, blend it into rare stuff. If we just don't oversupply our drop in the first place, we can put the rare stuff in the packs. We don't need to like, you can cut the middleman out. We don't need to do blends for naked stuff. So kind of our goal for the newest sets will be, you open them, there will be like 1 of 1s are the shines, and then maybe 5 to 10 of the nakeds. So then those will be the chases, and neons will be more abundant. And then also we're probably going to have those be magnets for VRLs. Like if you pull a shine or a naked, that will allow you to get a sticker or a pin. Probably a pin. I'm hoping the enamel pins, and I'm hoping that's how that works. And I'm hoping the neons are guaranteed stickers. So like if you pull anything in the top 3 rarities from packs, we have different, like unlike Funko where you can only pull one thing, it's like you could pull a sticker, you could pull a pin, and then hopefully in the end all be all, there will be 1 of 1 actual LED neon signs. That would be if you pull the shine. You would get the actual neon sign, and there'll be 1 for each sign. That will not be happening for a while because we cannot afford to produce neon signs. They cost like $300-$400 a sign. We do 12 artworks. We're talking like $5 to $6 grand. We didn't even make $5 to $6 grand on our last drop. We would lose money if we were producing neon signs right now. So y'all, we're working on this. We're trying to make this a better collector experience. We're trying to give more VRL stuff. And I know we've been a little bit slower on our drops lately. The whole market's been slow, so we're trying not to do a bunch of sales. And we're trying to restructure our stuff in a way that makes sense for collectors. It's become kind of obvious that like physical stuff is what collectors chase in this space. Funko, Hot Wheels, like all the best brands on wax, all the best selling brands on wax are doing physical stuff. And they kind of bridge the physical and digital space. So we're trying to lean more into that, which is why we've been doing all these sticker drops. And that's been a big learning experience and kind of time consuming to mail all that stuff. So that's really what we've been focused on the last 6 months is nailing the sticker drops. But yeah, eventually we'd like to do more VRL NFT drops. And since we don't have a drop open, like, yeah, we'll have to figure something else out. We'd like to always have one sale open. So if you'd like to support us directly, you can. And right now it's the first time in like a year we haven't had any sales or drops available. So we do want to work on something new just to give new stuff to collect. We think the next thing is going to be a profile picture, though. Like, we're going to make animated profile pictures on wax. There'll probably be about 1,000 of those. I don't think we're going to do more than 1K mints. Like, 10K is way too many for a profile picture on wax. So I think that'll be the next thing we work on. And then hopefully that raises money. And the money for that we'll use to manufacture pins and stickers. So then our next card pack drop will have a bunch of VRL attached to it. But we have to raise money and make money to pay for the manufacturing for all the VRL stuff. So I think we'll do one more big digital drop that raises money for our physical drop. And then that's sort of our plan for the next 6 months to year on wax. If you're wondering, as a collector of Neon Space, what's after this, because this is definitely a big, like, there's nothing, like, we have nothing in the fucking, we got nothing on deck now, which is weird because we almost always have something on deck. Oh, also we have the marble trophies. I gotta figure those out this week, which are way fucking late. Those were supposed to go out in December, so apologies to everybody who's been waiting a very long time for marble trophies. But got those coming up. Here's the most eliminations one. It would be awesome if it was a bull market. I will also say that's another reason we've slowed down is we aren't making money doing Neon Space. We haven't paid ourselves out in over a year at this point. So, like, it's hard to justify working full-time on something when you're not making money, and I have to pay rent. So, like, I do more freelance audio work than I was. Like, at one point, I stopped taking freelance audio work to focus on Neon Space full-time. We were streaming 7 days a week, doing all that stuff. So we've slowed down a little bit. You know, we have all other stuff. Paul is still a performer. He performs at Second City, and he's a sketch and improv comedian. So he does that like 4 or 5 days a week. He's super busy with that. I'm a freelance audio engineer and a musician, so I'm composing music and producing music with my friends. I mix and master music for other people. I do on-set audio. Max is a visual effects artist, and he's also now kind of like a financial advisor of sorts. He launched Maxi, so he's got another like project he works on in this space. So we're all busy. And we're definitely not going anywhere. Neon Space is not leaving wax. We're not going to stop producing artwork. But if anybody's wondering why we slowed down a bit, just, you know, out of necessity, if I could pay my bills with Neon Space, I'd do Neon Space 7 days a week again. But I cannot. So I have to focus on other things to, you know, not be homeless. But I'm still having fun on wax. And honestly, scaling down has been nice because, like, I was getting burned out streaming 7 days a week. There's not that much stuff to talk about on wax. Like, I don't know. You end up just promoting rug pulls all day if you're going to fucking stream 7 days a week and constantly be promoting every wax project, which that was kind of wearing at me too. I was not feeling good about like turning our community onto a bunch of projects that then screwed them, and that was just happening over and over and over. So it's been nice kind of slowing down the streaming, and now we kind of just like do our own thing and play games for fun. We don't do interviews as often, as I'm sure you've noticed. We used to do interviews every single week, and that was helping grow our streaming, which is another thing. Like, we're artists, we're making collectibles, we're not streamers. So like, I was putting a shit ton of effort into being the biggest wax streamers and like trying to grow that. But at the end of the day, that's not what we do. We're not wax streamers. I mean, we are wax streamers, but like, we're artists. We're trying to advertise our collectibles. So at the end of the day, it's nice to have a lot of viewers because it gives more eyeballs to advertise our collectibles. But that is not what our company does. Our company makes collectibles. We make artwork. So at the end of the day, that's what we're going to focus on. And again, we're focusing on like physical stuff because it seems very obvious that that's what collectors want is physical goods to go with their digital goods. So we've been really focusing on that for the last 6 months. Anyway, enough of this guy fucking flapping my mouth. I'm also not opposed to doing interviews still, Princess Phoenix. We're happy to promote any new projects. And I've been having more fun promoting other streamers, like having a Kitty on and like Jungle Bry, like people that aren't necessarily shilling us stuff that are just like, oh, these are like homies from the wax space. Like, what are you up to? What have you been buying? Like, I like those sort of streams better now than like, okay, sell my audience your game. Like, tell me about how this token faucet Ponzi is going to revolutionize gaming. Like, I'm not as into that anymore as I am like, okay, like, let's just hang out with some people that are in the wax space. So I've been liking working with other wax streamers more so than necessarily the games, but we're happy to have Sammy on. We're happy to have Taco on. Like, anybody that's been building on wax for a while, if you have updates for your stuff, come on and let us know. Like, we're happy to hear that. So anytime there's new stuff going on, we're happy with it. But like, I'm less hesitant to be like, oh, Supremacy Gaming is releasing Apex Racing on wax or whatever. It's just like, this is just another like pumping up crap mobile. Like, this isn't gonna work. Like, the writing's on the wall. This shit doesn't work. And I'm not promoting it because like I keep having to promote those things and then just keep fucking collapsing over and over. So it's like, how many times can we do that before it's like we're just screwing our audience? And like, I don't know. I don't like it. It feels icky. They kind of pay us for it. They give us like free packs and shit if you're a wax ambassador, but it's like, I'm not going to promote stuff that I know is going to fail for money. Like, just because you're going to pay me, like, that's not cool. So I don't know. We're not against interviews, but it's a little bit of both. Like, and if a team's been around for a year on wax, like, we're way more likely to have them on and promote their stuff. So I want to know that you're sticking around. I want to know that when the bear market hits and you're no longer printing money, are you going to keep developing your project? Because yes, it's easy to print money, and while you're doing your first pack sales and all the hype is there, to say you'll be around forever because you're making money. I want to know, are you going to do what I do? I haven't taken a paycheck for a year, and I'm still building, working at least 3 days a week on Neon Space. Will you do that? And the answer for most people is no. They fuck off when they stop making money. So, you know, I'm much more inclined to support the people that have proven they'll stick around through the bear market. Anyway, let's do this giveaway. This is for another 100 wax. And this is thanks to Alcor and Zuler. Thank you for sponsoring the stream, and thank you for giving us the wax. We appreciate it. And we're not paying ourselves this wax. We're getting 100% to you guys. So, hope one of you win. Well, one of you will definitely win. I hope someone that likes us wins. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I'm running out of words. I gotta play my NFL Rivals events after this. I'm so nervous. Like, if I win these 5 games, I get a prize that's like super good. And I've already won 20 out of 25 games, so it's like, I just need to not fuck up, but like, because I'm so close, it makes it even more nerve-wracking. Gonna have sweaty hands while playing. It's also super sweaty. You can't just win. You need to win by like 20 points every match, which I get a guaranteed 12 points, so I have to have RNG luck to get more than 12 points. So averaging 20 points is like very stressful because it comes down to both. You have to play perfectly, and then you also have to get lucky. So that's what I'll be doing after this stream. And then I'll be mixing music. I'm working with my buddy Ari, who goes as Dr. Television. He's a musician, singer-songwriter. We're working on like a little EP, or maybe like a single. It's like an A and B side right now. We're working on 3 tunes, actually. So it's somewhere in between a single and an EP. But I've been having a lot of fun mixing and writing with him, so. We have a session tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be tracking more vocals and stuff, so I gotta get my homework done. Basically, I meet with Ari once a week, and like in between our sessions, like he'll record stuff and then I'll mix stuff, and then we get back together, we send each other the files and kind of like go over what we worked on, and then we figure that shit out, and then we're like, okay, this is what needs to get done for next week. So every week I work with Ari, and that's exciting. Wednesday is my music production day, and I fucking love it. I went way too long not working on music with other people. I never stopped working on music because I make music for Neon Space, but I did stop collaborating with other people, and collaborating with other people is very fun for me. 100 wax to these 2 winners. Good game, Nathan. Or Nathaka. I don't know what the fuck your name is, sorry. I'm going to call you Nathan. You're close to Nathan. Also, no worries for the spam or whatever. That's part of the game is typing in those chats, so I don't care. I also like, I think both Pixtalgia and now I'm getting them mixed up. Those names are too similar. Pixtalgia and then Pixelgon? Get the other one mixed up. I like both those projects. Nathali is his name? Nathali. That sounds Italian. If you'll fill out this form, I think we already... Let me check if we have. Before I even ask you to fill out the form, I will check. I think you're on there, though. Here's our form. Here's a little making the sausage, if you want to see it. These are all the wallets we have. How do you spell your name? N-A-F-A-C? You're not on there, actually, I don't think. I want to say you actually won the other day, and I didn't send you the prize because you weren't on here. So we would really appreciate if you filled this form. My guy. Can you fill this out, please? If you fill this out, you end up on this sheet, and then I can send you the prize, but I need your wallet and your address on the sheet. Because I can't copy and paste. Like, if I try to copy and paste your wallet right now, it just highlights it. I can't actually get the text. It's impossible for us to get the text out of the Twitch chat in StreamYard. So it's easier for us if you fill out that form. And also, we will not send you the prizes if you don't fill out that form. So please fill out the form if you'd like to receive your prizes. Thank you. We appreciate it. I know it's a little bit of a hassle. Also, we're not going to sell your data or anything, besides doxing you on stream, which I just did to some people. We will not be sharing that data. I do believe that will be our last grubfish for the day, though. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do one more. We'll do one more grubfish. This will be our last grubfish for the day. So exclamation point play if you'd like to join. I'm not really doxing anybody. It just says your Discord and your Twitch and your Wax. We don't ask for people's names. Like, if we had your full name in there, like, if I showed you our Shopify information, that would be doxing people. We have... When you purchase stuff from us on Shopify, we have your birth name, we have your home address where you live. That shit would not be cool to share. I will never share my screen when Shopify is up. Like, Wax is decentralized. Your Twitch name and your Wax wallet have nothing to do with, like, your real name and your real identity. Do something? So I didn't really dox anybody. I was joking, but I also want to, like, let people know that we do take that stuff seriously. I would never share people's, like, personal customer information on our Shopify.
Nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
That was for the lulz, guys. For the lulz. And thanks for watching, everybody. We appreciate it. We stream on Tuesday. Today is kind of our more technical day where we just go over technical stuff on Wax, which some people missed that rated into us, but if you've been hanging out for the full 2 hours, you definitely heard about it. I do music. I do. I'm going to finish this thought, then we'll talk about music. Tuesday is our technical day, so if you watch this, enjoy it. We do this every Tuesday. Thursday is more of a like NFT and fun-driven day. We'll talk about NFT collections. Then on Thursday, we generally do we watch fun videos. We call it Off the Rails. We watch like TikTok, Reddit, Instagram, just little viral videos that make us laugh. So if you like funny videos, Thursday is a little less technical, less crypto-oriented, and it's a little more like collection and fun and art-oriented. Friday is our gaming day. Every Friday we play games. We generally do more Grubfish giveaways on Friday. And then we also, on Fridays, we'll play Big Time, we'll play Blankos, NFL Rivals. We'll play some fun NFT games. So if you're into NFT gaming, specifically Friday is our day for that. So we kind of try to segregate our shows based on audiences. Tuesday is crypto technical audience. Thursday is collector and like fun stuff that doesn't have to do with crypto. Friday is NFT gaming specifically. So if you're interested in that sort of stuff, maybe consider following our Twitch channel and coming back on Thursday or Friday. And okay, now we'll talk about music. Yes, I do music. I am a musician. I'm a singer-songwriter. But, you know, more realistically, yeah, we can play Metropolis on Friday if you want to join us. For sure, Data Junkie. We're happy to have you on. And Friday is our day to check out NFT games, so we're happy to play. I shouldn't speak for Max. Max will be the one playing. I don't really play DC Cheese. But Max should be happy to play Metropolis on Friday. But yeah, I'm a musician. I've been playing guitar pretty much my whole life. I did classical piano for a couple of years when I was like a elementary school kid. In like my first year of middle school, I did classical piano, as in like a classical piano conservatory. I really disliked classical piano. It made me hate music. So I begged my parents to let me play guitar. They said if I like got far enough at piano, they would let me play guitar. So I did just enough piano to be able to get a guitar. And then I started doing guitar lessons. And that was when I was maybe like 12 or 13. And I've been playing guitar ever since. I'm like 33 now. So I've been playing guitar for at least 10 years. Playing music for probably like 15. I've been singing for 20 years. I fucking can't do math. Holy shit. I played guitar for 20 years, probably 25 for music. But I went to college for audio engineering and music production. So I have a college degree in music production. I am a freelance audio engineer. That's before NFTs, how I was paying my bills exclusively. I work in the film industry. I do sound for film. I'm the guy that holds the pole over his head with a microphone on it. And that's because film pays better than music. But I went to school for music production. But it's the same thing if you understand how to work a microphone and recording software and stuff. So I kind of transitioned into film, but yes, I'm a very serious musician and have been pursuing a career in music practically my entire life. I would say I'm a failed musician, if anything, because my biggest accomplishment, which I'll show you, is a song called Energy I wrote with my friend Jenny and my friend Joseph. Joseph's from Portland. Jenny is from California. She's a singer. But I wrote a song with them. She's a graduate of Berklee School of Music. And that song got picked up to be in the show The Young and the Restless, The Young and the Reckless. I don't even fucking know the name of the show. It's a soap opera that's been on for like 30 years. But my music got placed in a TV show. I make royalties. I get paychecks for having my music air on television. So I will say I am good enough at music that my music was good enough to be played on TV, and I'm paid by TV networks for my music. So I'm by no means a big deal. I'm not a popular musician, but I've had relatively small success in the music industry. I'm not just a SoundCloud rapper, you know. My shit's good enough. It's good enough quality to be on TV. And I haven't done any music okay. This is a sore subject. I've done music NFTs with Yoshi Drops. Yoshi Drops was supposed to release my fucking song. I signed a contract with them. They own the rights to the song I'm about to show you. And they fucked me, basically. Yoshi Drops rug pulled, and they made me sign a contract so they own my work, and now I can't release it because they own it. And it's totally fucked. So, I don't know. Yoshi Drops really turned me off from doing music NFTs. I actually do have my own music collection. I have a collection called the Gyrating Hips. But again, like, some of the stuff I'd like to release under the collection is now owned by Yoshi. And then the other problem is all of my music is owned by everybody that plays on it. I do a royalty split between the musicians. I don't pay people who play on my music. So when I play a song with 4 other people, I own 25% of that song. And the way the royalties work is going to be confusing as fuck. Because if I make the wax for selling that song, I have to pay the taxes on the crypto gains. But then I have to pay the gains to the people that don't have wax accounts. So like I'm liable for 100% of the tax, and I only make 25% of the profit. So basically it's going to end up costing me more money than it's worth to run a NFT collection with my music, because I don't own 100% of it, and none of the other people are willing to get wax wallets or like split royalties. So I'll have to deal with all of that shit. So if you're really wondering why I don't release my music on the blockchain, it's because like it'll be a fucking nightmare, like deciding. Also, like, there's different musicians on every song. So like I have to check every template and be like, this template, the royalties go to these 5 people. This template, the royalties go to this 7 people. So for Neon Space, I make all the music by myself and I do not collaborate, because then I own 100%. We don't have to deal with paying other people. And if I release NFT music in the future, that will probably be it. It'll be me playing all the instruments and singing and stuff, which I can do. I'm a multi-instrumentalist singer-songwriter. But yeah, like my library of music is not really, it's not easily able for me to release it. It doesn't make sense. I also have an email that they will not sue me if I release it under my own, because I was like, hey, like, if you're not going to release this and I would not like you to release this, may I have permission to release it? And they said yes in writing, so I don't know if that hold up in court. I think I'm fine. It's more of the royalty thing is the reason I'm not doing it, for, if I'm being totally honest. It's just like the amount of time it would make me to set all that stuff up. I'd make no money on it, and I'd probably lose money on it. Like, it'd just be a massive headache, and it'd take a ton of accounting to send the money to the right people, and then it wouldn't even be beneficial for me. So I already run one NFT collection for free and work part-time on it. I'm not trying to do two. Neon Space I don't get paid for and already work like almost full-time on. So as much as I'd love to do that for my own music, like I only got so much free time to do free NFT stuff. All right, people can still sign up for Grubfish. Let's show off some of my music. I could do that, but the problem is like I don't sing on my music. Like there's other people singing on every song. Like I'll show you Energy. Y'all don't want to hear me singing Energy. It's fucking Jenny. She rocks. And the ironic thing is I did write the fucking bass line for this. Like the bass line is a note for note copy of a bass line I wrote. So like I could have just played the bass myself, but like part of my thing of doing this is like for hundreds of years session musicians have been fucked by royalties. It's my belief that if a musician plays a part on a song, they should be paid for it. Like the song My Girl by The Temptations, the riff, the hook, one of the hooks is the guitar riff. That's a hook. That's a memorable part of that song that everybody listens to remembers. The guy who wrote that doesn't get paid for it. He wrote that in the studio. They just said, play a C and then a G. And that's what he did. And he doesn't get songwriting credit. He doesn't get royalties. He gets fucking nothing. He got like $100 paycheck on the day and will forever get no more money from that. And that's bullshit. He wrote a hook that made that song popular. So for me, like out of the goodness of my heart, I want to give the people who play on my songs who are writing stuff royalties. But now I'm learning it's a huge fucking pain in the ass because like I don't make money on my own music, and I like I work full time to pay other people more money than I make. And it's like what I thought it would do is would incentivize them to promote it because they make royalties. It's like, oh, so now you will go promote my song because the more you promote it, the more money you make. What really happened is none of them promoted it at all, and I spend all of my time promoting it so they make money. So if we go back, I'm going to be the asshole. I will pay them $100, and then I will own 100% of it, and I will make money selling my NFTs next time. So I learned my lesson. Don't be a good person to expect people to work for you for royalties. They will not. They'll just fucking ditch you, and you'll have to do all the work yourself and make less money for it. So, yeah. People are... That's the long-winded way of saying why I'm not doing NFTs on the blockchain. Let me play some of my music for y'all, though. I'm also down to collaborate with other people. I'm super down to collaborate. Like, I made Burst of Energy a song. Anybody on Wax that wants to collaborate, I'm down. I can't release stuff where I've already recorded it with other people and we all have a contract saying they get money for it. Like, the way I structured my stuff did not assume that there would be a blockchain involved. It doesn't make sense when the blockchain becomes involved. And I'll play your thing you put in Discord in a second, but this is the song I wrote that ended up in a TV show. Also, we got Grubfish open. I didn't forget about it. So this was featured on television. This is why I had to join the Songwriters Union. And also why I will not re-record it is because Jenny is a fantastic singer. And also she wrote this. I can't take her out at like, Jenny has royalties on this. And the only person who shouldn't get royalties on this is the bass player, because I wrote the bass line for the bass player. Actually, that's not even fucking true. He wrote his own bass line during the chorus. Everybody deserves royalties on this. I don't want to fuck these people over. But in the future, if I pay them up front legally, I won't have to give them royalties.
Off the train with no time to spare. Wasn't phased till I saw you waiting there.
I wrote this bass part. I didn't write the next part.
Nervous, I swear I was blushing. Came with my cool, watched you melt in the heat. Not been with you, it all came so naturally. Deep down I knew between you and me there was something.
This part the bass player wrote. Like that? I didn't write that.
Something about your energy got me feeling like a better me, yeah. Got that kind of chemistry. Ain't nobody see me like you. Only wanna be with you. Whoa. Something about
full thing. But you have to see my cowbell. Here comes the cowbell. Also, that's not the actual cowbell. That cowbell is a sample, and then I played a cowbell for the video. That's some behind the scenes. I tried to record it, and it sounded worse than the sample. It's like, fuck it, let's just use the sample. But yeah, that's a song I wrote with 2 other people. If you want to see an example of me singing, there's like 1 song with me singing on the internet, Gyrating Hips. Slum Life. Did I take this off the internet? Or maybe it's because it's Gyrating Hipster now. I might have taken this video off the internet. Nope, it's right here. That's weird that didn't show up. So this came out 6 years ago. When I first moved to Los Angeles, I was very inspired by like Mac DeMarco, and like Prince is a huge inspiration of me. I was a huge fan of people that play every instrument, sing. Like this album, I did everything. I sang everything. I played every instrument. I wrote every song. And I don't know, like it burned me out so hard. I love working with other people. And like that's why I started my new project as a huge collaboration, because this fucking killed me. Like I put a ton of work into this and then nobody liked it. It was like, it also feels really bad when you're the only person involved and nobody likes it, because it's like, oh, like this is my failure. This isn't a group failure. When you're in a band and you play a show and it goes not well, you at least get to hang out with the band afterwards. When you're by yourself and it goes poorly, all that failure is just on you. It feels really bad. So I don't know. I got real burned out doing this and really demotivated. And what like influenced me to keep making music was writing with other people. Like that made me want to make music again. So I love the collaboration. And also, I'm not a very good singer, for being honest. So like as someone who like has a good ear and understands what good music should sound like, I know my voice is not like radio friendly. So this is what I was doing. But if you want to see like, oh, can Lewis make a song on Wax where he's playing everything and singing? Yes, I did do that for years. Like that's in my wheelhouse. It's just 6 years ago I was doing that. Oh, also this music video was filmed by Max and Paul. And Paul actually did, I think, most of the visual effects for this one. Paul did the music video. The video was shot, directed, and edited by Paul Ray, according to these stats.
I really like this video. And the song is great, I thought.
Living in the basement, sleeping with the rats. Share my meals with cats. In the cold dark comfort of my man cave, I sing for the bats. I've always been an outcast. No, I never really fit in. So I joined the slum life crew, where losers go to win in the slum life. Ooh, whiskey drinking hellraisers, the people I call my friends. We're drunk all day and we're up all night. The party never ends. You know we sold our souls for rock and roll. Never had a choice. 'Cause with a guitar
That note almost had an
in
auto-tune.
my
I think
two
I actually hit it.
hands, only we have a voice. We are alone together, from the outside looking in. When I joined the slum life crew, I met my true friends in the slum life. In the slum life. In the slum life. Saints always sin. Losers go to win. I met my true friends in the slum life. Ooh,
like when we got chased by the rats at the end there with the ooh-ahs.
You also, I said that was all me, but that one actually definitely has Max singing on the background vocals. There are some songs where, like, I think Stoned has you on the background vocals, but it's not actually you. Like, there's a few songs on the album where, like, there's at least one of the music videos where I sing the background vocals, but, like, I think you're in the video. It's got to be that one, right?
Maybe.
Because I know you sing on some of them, and then I sing on some of them. But I generally have Max sing the ones that I can't. Max can sing higher than me, so if a note's really high, Max will be on that one. We're all stoned as fucking Stone video. I can play that one.
Yeah, that's actual pot being smoked in that video.
We smoked a lot of pot before, during, and after that. Like everything about that video.
Hello, I'm Skylar Jeffries, and I want to be in the Weed Olympics. Okay.
Like this video specifically, I'm playing bass and I program the drums even though other people are hiding this.
Lately it seems like everybody's getting stoned.
I hate this song. I auto-tune my voice and I can hear nothing but auto-tune my voice.
Mama's getting stoned and my papa's getting
Dumbass should have just sang it in tune.
Even my dog got stoned. He ate all his bones. All of his bones.
Also, like, you can see Alex in the reflection here in the bass.
Now I know
I don't know if you
all
can
of his bones.
We like made sure to get the shot so you could see the guy in front of the light. Like.
Now I'm all alone and I'm getting stoned. Don't you know that it's true? I wanna get stoned with you. With you. Let's get stoned.
I think that's my voice singing that for me.
Let's get stoned.
Yeah, I think
Take another rip, let your consciousness slip. Wash away the pain like a morphine drip. I can't stop thinking about the birds and the bees. I let that smoke linger while I burn some more trees. Little bit worried that I'm wasting my day, walking around in this cloudy haze. This burning bush never ceases to amaze. Let's get stoned. Let's get stoned.
one thing I like about this song is the guitar solo.
Let's get stoned.
It's the weirdest guitar solo I've ever recorded, and I think it's really cool.
Let's get stoned.
This section right here. It's how fucking weird the guitar is. It's like some fucking Steve Miller abracadabra shit. There's so much distance happening. I love it.
Let's get stoned. 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 Let's get stoned.
Damn, it's crazy. That was fucking 7 years ago.
Max's face looks great in this, Prince X Phoenix. What are you saying? I'm feeling like I'm being laughed at, Paul.
I was like, we're
Congrats.
all glowing green because of the green key.
Yeah, it's funny. Some of the stuff too, like the guitar floating there. It's like that's not like a picture of a guitar. That's like the guitar in front of the green screen, wearing like a green screen suit, holding it.
There's also like there was zero storyboard or anything for this. Like we literally just got stoned, sat in a room in front of a green screen, and shot. Like there was no plan for this video. This nothing
Yeah,
was like
Skylar
written out.
edited all this one, I think.
I think I
Skylar
might
made
have
that.
drawn like a couple shots. I was like, okay, Max standing with the bass, you standing at the drums to meet the guitar, but that was like the exclusive storyboard for it. Turned out okay. I'm so much better at singing than I was back then. I also did hear you're singing at least one of those background vocals. I think I'm singing the second stack and you're singing the third stack. I think I'm singing the 1 and the 3 and you're singing the 5 or whatever. We're talking theory.
Yeah, that definitely sounded like me.
It is interesting. Like I haven't tried playing that song in so long. I feel like I could sing it better now though. My singing was out of tune. You can hear the auto tune. It fucking bothers the shit out of me. I regret auto tuning that.
Yeah.
I'm totally down to hang out with, or collab with Secret Saviors. Honestly, I haven't seen Long Hair around in a while. I don't know if he's been busy or what, but
Oh yeah, that's true. I haven't seen him around. He's probably like
he's probably
taking
winning
people down
tournaments,
to poker.
World Series of Poker.
Yeah. Who's this?
I hope this is not copyrighted. Drift away. Cool. That's the Taco music player, which I guess you can sync with your car.
Oh. What? That's kind of cool.
All right, let's do this last grubfish. Call it a stream. My ass has to play NFL Rivals. I'm gonna fucking not be able to concentrate on anything until I know if I place in this event.
Dude, I was trying to get 250 and I got 252. I got fucking boned so hard. Down by 2 fucking points. Or not points, 2 positions. Like 2 people did better than me. I would have gotten an
Sucks.
epic.
I've been there too. That happened to me like one of the last times. It was like 2 places away from getting an extra pack. One last time. Exclamation point play if you'd like to join this giveaway. This is for 100 wax. This was sponsored by Alcor and Zuler, so thank you very much to Alcor. Which, if you rewind this video after, we can't rewind it while you're watching it, but if after we finish and we stop, this will be re-uploaded. If you rewatch from the start, we went over some V3 liquidity and how to make new liquidity pools in Alcor, some of that stuff. So you're interested in that, maybe a rewind time after this.
Yeah, check it out.
And I also need to finish mixing some stuff because I'm meeting up with Ari again tomorrow. Gotta do some music homework. The new stuff I'm making with Ari sounds so fucking good too. Like, I'm so excited with it. Maybe I'll play that while we do our last grubfish.
Yeah.
Do I want to blast my Gmail on screen? Probably not. Let's open that in a different tab. I don't know what's in my Gmail. For all I know, it's gonna have like my fucking address and social security number like in the title of something.
Like my Gmail is pretty online. It's like on my demo reels.
Your account is temporarily unavailable.
That's weird.
That ain't it. And then it was available when I hit refresh, so it was very temporary. How long is unavailable?
Yeah. That's good at least.
Let's see. Should I play the one that I don't think you guys have heard this one yet. I'm gonna mute Grubfish too. Alright, let's go.
You take my love for granted. You give my gifts away to someone else.
This is also all scratch vocals. Ari's gonna record in fact, he already did. I need to mix it.
Defend you when you're not even beside yourself. There's just no good left in people.
This is the wrong mix.
There's just no good.
Sorry, everybody. That ain't it. I can't play that one. That is the wrong drums. I fixed it at some point. 427.
I really like Ari's songs.
Oh shit, are we
like,
not saying the grubfish
lyrics
because
are
I
good.
tapped away? That was my bad.
Oh, I can
I
see
shouldn't
it
have
still.
stopped the song. Shouldn't have stopped the song. I fucked that up.
I can still see the grubfish.
Let's listen to Disco Jones. That shit rocks.
It's still going strong.
Jones come down from San Francisco, showed the sound round Louis Obispo. He sent the chick to LA, they got the deal the next day. Don't put it all up your nose, Jones.
GB won a second one? Let's go, GB. It's your day.
He's
200
so
wax today.
tall and bronze and slim, drinking coffee with Fonda. He met Prince in a sauna, and he's playing with sharks. They don't know he's a piranha. Disco Jones, you got the good flow, and nobody knows till you show 'em that. Disco Jones, you play your cards close to your chest. You're folding and holding it on line. What's this feeling inside of me? Who's the man in the mirror? I still can't see Disco Jones. You got to build a home with bricks and stones. Disco Jones.
I'll let the song play out and then we'll rate it into someone.
You're so cold in Venice Beach. All these people surrounding me. You can't get arrested to be directed. Stella vouch for you, but you don't get selected. You're dressed to impress, but your face is a mess. What good is confidence if it's just powder squeezed in a dress? No nostril is safe now. The cops for the takedown. Yak down on the beach, lying face down. Disco Jones, you got the good flow, and nobody knows till you show 'em that. Disco Jones, you play your cards close to your chest. You're folding and holding it on line. What's this feeling inside of me? Who's the man in the mirror? I still can't see Disco Jones. You got to build a home with bricks and stones. Disco Jones.
If anyone wants to hang out, I will still be doing crypto stuff and NFT stuff for the rest of the day. I just will not be streaming, so feel free to pop into our Discord. We're playing like NFL Rivals a lot right now. I'm into Blankos, big time. Dead Drop. I'm starting to play Grit. You know what? I kind of want to show off Grit on Thursday, maybe. Grit is on Epic Games. You know, before we end our stream, there's nobody to raid into right now, so I'm going to show a video of Grit real quick. But Grit, it just came out. And it's Epic Games downloadable NFT game. Let's see, 6 days ago. Let's see what this is.
Okay, is that a... Oh my god. I'm getting fucking destroyed!
It's like a Fortnite mixed with...
Not yet. There's 5 still alive.
Oh! We're in it right now, though.
It's like Fortnite mixed with Red Dead Redemption. It's a battle royale where the zone closes, but like you're running around in the Wild West and you have like horses and you can hop from train to train. It's actually pretty fucking cool, and the game plays really well. The issue is there's not enough players. Like when I try to play it, there's only 10 people on the map and there's supposed to be like 60. So you run around not being able to find people most of the time.
Right in front of you.
But I do think this is like a worthwhile NFT game worth playing if you are into first-person shooters or battle royales. I also like the environment. What was that?
It's just free too?
Yes, this is free to play and it has NFTs.
Oh, can you get the NFTs just in game?
I don't know. I've only played 2 rounds and I did not do well enough to unlock anything. That's why I want to like try it out more and I want to show it off on stream. This also came out this week. This is brand new and they've been talking about it for like 2 years. The trailer came out, so it's kind of a big deal. This came out. This was supposed to be the first ever NFT game in the Epic Games Store, but Blankos beat it to it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I remember that ad. We were like, Balenka's bad. What chain is it? Is it its own chain, do you know, or GB is asking?
It's on Gala, whatever Gala uses. It's a Gala game. Gala also has horrible pricing for their stuff. Like, it's really not a good deal for NFT collectors. But because this game is free, if I can unlock shit for free, then I don't really care. Like, I'm not going to buy the $2,000 one of 10k skins, but if I can play for free against those people and somehow unlock something, I'm in. Also, like, if I could even buy a $1 skin like Counter-Strike at some point, I'll do that. It's just like I'm not gonna pay $1,000 for like a founder skin. That's crazy. I want to say it was like $1,500 to mint one of their founder skins, which is just like, for who? Like, who's paying $1,000 for video game items for a video game that's not out yet? Like, this game's gonna have to be the biggest game in the world to sell like 7,000 profile picture NFTs for over $1,000 each. So that's what you got to do to get your secondary market higher than what the people who kickstarted it get.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's unrealistic as hell.
Not the best game, but it's free. That's why I was like, don't pay money for this, but like, if you can play for free, try it out. So if anyone wants to try playing, sounds like this Friday, Data Junkie is going to join us, Max. So you're going to have to play some Metropolis Origins against him, but maybe we'll also do some Grit, and then we'll do some big time. We'll just do it big on Friday. We'll do like 3 different NFT games. So if anyone wants to play any of those games with us, whether it be Metropolis Origins, which Data Junkie said he will give away prizes for. So if you like beat us or play with us, maybe you can win some cards for your own deck. And then if not, Grit is like 60 players, so you all should be able to join us for Grit. And then Big Time is 6-player cooperatively. So if you want to play any of those games with us this Friday, like, subscribe, you know, the fucking whatever they say on YouTube.
Self-promotion talk. Yeah.
Subscribe costs money. You just follow us. It's funny that like subscribing on YouTube is like the opposite of following her. I'm gonna raid into the Sauce Show. It says he's doing food and drink, which sounds closer. The other guy's streaming something called Hype Squad. I don't know what the fuck that is. So we'll go to the guy doing food and drink. I want to say this guy's a veteran and he normally raises money for charity. So I feel okay raiding into him as far as like every time I've raided into him, he's raising money for a good cause. But I'd have no fucking idea who this guy is besides one time somebody's like, raid into this guy. He's raising money for a good cause. So at your own risk, have fun watching this guy. Gala is ridiculous, Mono Suerte. Like, the sad thing is they have some of the better NFT games, but the pricing is just whack. Like, it's Web 3 pricing, it's not Web 2 pricing, and you're never going to onboard the Web 2 gaming community at Web 3 prices. You got to make that shit. It's got to be competitive. Like, the games have to be as good, if not better, than Web 2 games, and they have to cost the same amount. And it clearly is not for Gala. Anyway, we'll catch y'all later. And again, hit me up in Discord if you want to keep talking. Like, I just got to take like a quick food and drink break and stuff, and then get into grinding NFL rivals and doing other NFT shit. But see y'all later.
Later.
Have a good week. If anybody has any questions about our set bonuses and stuff too, definitely join our Discord and ask, because you only got a couple days to finish those. But peace out, everybody. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Have a good week.
Later.
Let's see what this guy's doing.
Gasoline can't get going, right?
This guy's streaming from his garage drinking.
We just got a raid? What are you doing, Space? Neon Space NFT just rated us with 39 peeps, chat. What are you doing? What are you doing? What up, dude? NFT, what are you doing? You can't do that on a Tuesday. You can't.
What is this guy? What is this guy doing?
Think things. You're gonna make people think things. Do you know what's about to happen? People are gonna think things, and it's because of you. What up,
I'm into
Raiders?
this now. I don't know what this is. He's got his pinky out while drinking a Dos Equis.
How you guys doing? Yo, thank you for the follow.
This guy
How
rocks.
you guys doing?
Look at that beard.
What up, Raiders? How you guys doing? Welcome in. My name's Sauce. This is The Pit. This is a bonfire and chill stream. Yo, OKC with the 9 months. OKC with the 9 months? What? I'm trying to start a fire right now. Yo, Rexy, how you doing?
We're raided
Rexy
into this
Native,
guy.
how you doing?
This is what our stream looks like right now.
He's about to run. I'm not going to run and touch the white
Where our
button.
stream's at right now. This is who we're raided into.
Dude, if you guys saw how